The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by Red Ball Recycling.
Happy football season. The Battle of 403 will kick off this 2025 campaign. I'm Chris LeBar along with former U of L gunslinger Marty Lowe. Casey Huff is on the field. This is a great atmosphere for week one, Coach.
It's beautiful. It really is. I mean, you're sitting here in the cow pastures on one side and beautiful facilities for Silver Creek behind us. You got the student section right here, been going crazy for the last 45 minutes. Fans filing in. You got a rivalry, the first game. I mean, it doesn't get any sweeter than that.
So many storylines. This rivalry is so compelling. In the road team, they've won the last two. And you look at Charlestown and the storyline for them, Marty. First time in 11 seasons they've got a new football coach.
Yeah, and it's always, you start out with that new coach and, you want to start out with some positives and feel good about it. But, it doesn't really set the tone for the whole season as people get scared about. It's one game. But it's your rivalry game. I mean, somebody right across town, and you're starting your program off, for your first year. So, hopefully they can get off running pretty quickly.
Aaron Daniel, you'll hear from him here in a few moments. He's coaching his alma mater, his first ever high school head football coaching job for Charlestown. Then you look at Silver Creek, Marty, Dave Pappenhouse in year 7, and this is a very stable, consistent program.
Yeah, they've got athletes. I mean, we were looking right here pregame, and, they're running around up and down the field with, good-looking athletes, So we'll see, how they're able to keep that stability and that confidence, down the stretch here as we get to 4 quarters and see how Charlestown can handle that stability from Silver Creek.
Aaron Daniel, one of Charlestown's most famous alums. He rewrote the record books in a storied 4-year career, and you'll hear from him next. Thanks for joining us. We're just getting started. Southern Indiana high school football on Glycon.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
For a quote, contact American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens today.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison. Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start, helping people, changing lives.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Community Action of Southern Indiana, a community partner in school readiness through Head Start. Visit them at 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or online at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana, helping people, changing lives.
Back live at Silver Creek High School. The opener, it's Charlestown at Silver Creek. First-year head coach Aaron Daniel joins me. Coach, a Charlestown alum. Let's start there. Describe your sentiments as you're preparing for this big game tonight.
I haven't done this rivalry game, and I'm trying not to make it bigger than what it is because every game, is important, and obviously that's a head coach kind of mentality there. But I'm excited for the kids and to get to experience it too because I know a lot of people will come out for it, and it should be a good game.
The trend amongst many high school programs is to go back in time and bring in an ex-player to now coach their program. What was the most appealing part of this process for you?
The way the outside looks and the stadium and everything's been upgraded here. It looks tremendous, so that was appealing. And then just knowing that the community's a football community, they're behind the football team. And, just trying to bring some of the tradition that's been here back with that and embrace that and go with it.
As you've inherited this team, I know tonight it's going to look a little different than maybe what you thought it might look like in the summer. But who are some key guys we can focus on tonight?
Definitely Noah Phillips, senior on the offensive side of the ball, looking for him to step up and make some plays for us. A.J. Todd came out as a basketball player. He's also going to be playing running back for us. So I look forward to seeing how he does on the football field. Sloan Roberts, out of another receiver, I think will be active for us. And then on the defensive side of the ball, both inside linebackers, I think, are playing well. That'll be Jaden Traub and Blake Thacker. And then Liam Iglesias back at safety and Braden Lasso. Although they're at the safety position, I think you'll see them, making a lot of plays and tackles throughout the game.
As you discuss defense, I know it's certainly on your mind how this team did last year statistically, giving up a lot of points, 37 points a game. How optimistic are you that you guys can make some improvement on that side of the ball?
I think it all comes down to, tackling a little bit. I don't know that they were always out of position. I just thought that we didn't tackle well. So some focus on that throughout the summer and into this early season. I'm hoping kind of pay some dividends in the long run of things. Our staff's done a great job kind of preparing and getting those guys ready scheme-wise. So the getting in the right place at the right time is one thing, but I think also finishing the plays kind of been a little bit of an issue. So hopefully we improve on that tonight.
As you look across the sideline and you see Dave Pappenhouse and this Silver Creek team, what do you expect from them tonight?
Oh, I know we're going to get some downhill football from them, obviously on the offensive side of the ball. You can tell that that's what they want to do a little bit with that, and then take their shots when the time's right and throw their little quick game stuff. But at the end of the day, I think they want to be able to run their stuff and pull their guards and get those big boys out and let their running back cut off of them and make those plays. And then defensively, I think they're pretty fast and off the ball, and they're going to do their angling and their movement and try to create chaos for us up front. And so that's kind of what I think we'll see tonight, and I think it'll be a good matchup for us to kind of come and handle that, especially the first game of the season.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Head coach Aaron Daniel. We'll be right back after this on Glycod.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Sellersburg. Here's the debut. Let's check in with Casey Huff.
Energy down here is electric right now. I spoke to both of our coaches during warm-ups, and Coach Poppenhouse said he wants to see his team play their best and play to their potential. Obviously, he wants to win this game, but he said his main focus is that his boys play to their potential. When I spoke to Coach, he said this is a young team. We're early in the season. He wants to see them fight through their mistakes. He said he knows they're going to make mistakes. It's early on, but he wants to see them face that adversity, play through those mistakes, and show him that they are resilient. Both teams, both coaches seem excited, hyped up, ready to play. Our crowd is loud out here, and it's going to be a great night tonight. Back to you guys.
Casey, thank you so much, and let's set the record straight. She is not a Charlestown alum, despite the blue wardrobe this evening.
Yeah, we want to try to keep it neutral, man. That's our job up here. Yeah.
Interesting, Coach Pappenhouse's remarks to her before we went back on. He's very confident in his team, and he's going to do so despite replacing a lot of key players from this offense last year.
Yeah, and I mean, when you have a program like that that's consistent, you know you're going to have guys going to step up, but you got to give them a little time, a few games to get under their belt. But when you have a program that's consistent, that's been winning, that's been putting people up and putting points up and everything, it's going to definitely show as this game goes on.
What did you make of Aaron Daniels' remarks? I'd have to think there's some butterflies churning inside.
Yeah, you definitely feel a first-year head coach, that's for sure. But, the best thing for him is, he just wants to kick it off. Let's get going. He's been talking about it. Everybody's been asking him. He knows he's his first year. So at this point, he's got to get himself and his players, one play at a time, and then just see how the season's going to unfold. But tonight's going to be exciting to see how that starts.
A lot of live action ongoing. You can check out the bottom of our screen throughout the evenings. We'll keep you apprised. 5 other area matchups, including New Albany at Providence. That game simultaneous on Glycod. Dr. Carter and Jim Kazmarek on the call in that one. Up next, we'll visit with Dave Pappenhouse, his 7th season, and slowly but surely he's becoming one of the deans amongst area coaches, and you'll hear from Dave right after this pause. It's Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms. Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department. You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Welcome back to Silver Creek High School. It's week 1. It's going to be a great matchup. Silver Creek hosting Charlestown. 7th-year head coach Dave Pappenhouse of the Dragons joins me. Dave, it just seems like yesterday you took the job. Now fast forward to year 7. What's this camp been like? Maybe compare and contrast it to what you've had previously.
Yeah, it seems like time really flies. It does seem like yesterday being year 1, but it goes by fast, and it's been a great ride. So this camp's been really good. Really like this team a lot. There's a quote out there goes along the lines something of it's not what you're capable of, but what you're willing to do. And feel really good about what these kids are willing to do. And they've worked their tails off. They play for each other. They play hard together, hold each other accountable. So, we're really excited about this group. They've stayed really healthy, had a really physical fall camp. The heat the last week and a half or so has been, right there at the borderline. We've been fortunate to be able to be in full pads every day. And they've handled it really well with it being warm. Haven't had any complaining. They come in, see it's full pads on the board, and they just load up and go to work each day.
Last year's class, Coach, very prolific. You had, I think, a quartet of really key offensive players that have all graduated. What's the concern level that some of these new guys are going to be able to step in and play really well this early?
With the biggest concern would be with the environment. You know, we're going to have a huge crowd for the game, and you know, you always wonder and worry how, you know, young guys are going to handle that, or new guys to actually be the guy. But, you know, overall as players, not really too concerned. I think, you know, maybe a little bit of jitters early that we could expect that. But the guys that we have that are going to be touching the ball for us are football players. You know, we've got some younger guys that are going to get really some of their first varsity action. And, you know, I expect them to come out and do their thing.
Senior quarterback Cam Black did play a great portion of last year. Now he's really the leader of this offense. How has he grown on that side of the ball?
Well, Cam has just been phenomenal for us. You know, he's a lead by example guy. He's not afraid to get loud and get in your face and tell you what you need to do to get right. You know, he's an example, kind of like to your last question. Last year, Keaton was cramping up really bad in the second half. Cam comes in cold. We throw the ball down the field on his first play, throws a touchdown. So, you know, I think that's kind of his demeanor. You know, he's pretty calm and cool and collected until it's time not to be. And, you know, and then he can go and rally troops and crank that level of intensity up. You know, I'm really excited for Cam. He's worked his butt off, getting kids to weights, being a leader in the weight room. You know, he's done all the little things. So I'm really excited to watch him play and, you know, let him see the fruits of his labor.
What's it going to be like tonight to look across the sideline and not see Jason Hawkins on the Charlestown sideline?
You know, it's going to be different. You know, I have a ton of respect for Coach Hawk. You know, I coached out there at Charlestown before I came here. I coached with basically the entire coaching staff that's out there. Where, you know, a couple of guys were players and the rest of them were on staff. There's a few new faces, but, you know, I've known those guys a long time and all great dudes, and, you know, still talk to several of them, you know, and it's going to be weird. It's going to be different. You know, it'll be strange. You know, I guess going in year 7, I guess, you know, kind of one of the old guys of being at a place kind of the longest around the league other than Coach May and Coach Mullins at Scottsburg. But, you know, I think once the ball kicks off, I think we'll probably not worry too much about who's over there.
Comments from Dave Pappenhouse. We'll be right back after this on Glycod.
American Bank. Our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank. Member FDIC.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers PulsePoint. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Tonight's broadcast is authorized by Silver Creek High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching. Kickoff coming up next. It's week 1 live from Sellersburg, and it's on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
From Glycod, it's Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by Red Ball Recycling, Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Tonight's game is brought to you by Allstate Insurance agent Packie Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Our place where change is possible together. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Community action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program, helping people, changing lives. And by German American Bank, Northside Security, Call's Body Shop, and the City of New Albany. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Southern Indiana High School football.
And welcome back to Sellersburg. It's Charlestown and Silver Creek. Chris LeBar and Marty Lowe calling the action for a great Week 1 matchup. Time now for the keys to this game presented by Northside Security, where service and protection meet. Marty, what's most important tonight for the Pirates to spring an upset?
Well, looking at Charlestown, I mean, they, obviously getting started, but start fast. I mean, you got to make sure we're kind of getting up on the board and making sure we don't get behind and having some positives. So offensive identity would be the next one, so they can figure out RPO offense, are we running, are we throwing, what can we do early? And then defensively, they've got to stop the run. They've really got to keep up their stamina late. And then for Silver Creek, you really want to look at power football. They want to take the pressure off their quarterback and not put too much, especially early. But, they want to grind it out early especially. And then defensive front, has got to create pressure to keep Charlestown off balance. And then, of course, time of possession is always in controlling that ball, especially late in the game as the time wears down and hopefully wearing that Charlestown team down.
Tremendous atmosphere as it was 2 years ago when this new facility opened. This the second time Charlestown is traipsed across to Sellersburg, and they won the last matchup here. Matter of fact, the road team has won the last 2 in this series, with the Pirates winning 9 of the previous 14. Pirates and Dragons live tonight on Glycod Charlestown. We'll start this with the football. Noah Phillips back alongside Liam Iglesias. And it's great to have you here for what should be a very compelling Week 1 matchup.
Brady Anderson kicking off for Silver Creek. See how much depth he can put on this, and we've got it falling off the tee early.
It is a little breezy, especially over the last hour or so.
Wind blowing left to right, but not tremendously bad, but definitely blowing.
So Phillips, one of the more seasoned Charlestown Pirates, back at his 15 as Anderson hooks it well over Iglesias in for a touchback.
Kick the line drive on that one, okay, which, they just let it go and just let their offense set up shop and see what they can get done.
It's Charlestown offense, quarterbacked by Christian Grayson, 2-year starter, 5'11", 145-pound junior. The chief running back will be A.J. Todd, that is new to the program. Todd, an 8-point-per-game basketball player. He is going to basically replace Boomer Hester, that had a tremendous year last year. Hester concussion-prone, not playing this year, so Todd going to get an early opportunity behind this Charlestown offensive line, which features 4 sophomores. So that certainly bears watching against a very experienced at times Silver Creek defense.
Just stacking the box early, forcing them to have to throw it.
And Iglesias leaves it with Todd, and Todd picking his way across the 25. Nice chunk of 8 yards on first down.
Nice cutback by Todd. They over-pursued. 8 guys in the box. They decided to run anyway. You had the linebackers over the top. He did a great job cutting back on that. All the way to the backside B gap immediately.
So 2nd down and 2 for Charlestown. And here's Todd to the near side, and Todd, a gaping hole, and A.J. Todd across the 30 and tripped up from behind at the 19-yard line. That's going to be a 59-yard gain.
They finally ran him down there around the 16, 17-yard line, okay, but didn't have the speed to finish it, but great job opening it up, okay, front side, on the zone play. Them 8 in the box still, okay, running it. They should have an extra person, but guys up front are doing well.
So Todd, 2 successive carries, has the ball inside the Silver Creek red zone. There's a pass out in the flat, and it's going to be dropped for an incompletion.
Well, that's their go-to guy with Phillips, and they kind of just pitched a hitch out there to him. Inside release by the slot receiver, holds the linebacker. Grayson puts out there to him, but he tried to take off running well before he caught it.
Noah Phillips, Sloan Roberts, the top 2 receivers. Also Dylan French, 6'6", 234 is a tight end. Oof. The ball at the near hash, 2nd down and 10 Charlestown, and the near side handoff, and that's going to be in the belly of Robert Baxter, the freshman, and Barker is going to go in for a touchdown. Robert Barker.
Well, I tell you what, great run right there on that. But I tell you what, LaFoon, 56, the left guard for Charlestown, man, got a pancake, on the first drive. So they'll definitely be celebrating him when he comes to the sideline after this. But great run, stuck his foot in the ground. Nice slide cut to get backside and let them over-pursue second level. Touchdown, 6 points on the board. That's the fast start.
Well, there's the fast start you wanted, and Barker, his first ever high school carry, in for a 19-yard touchdown rush. Caleb Aaron will apply the point after.
Impressive run game by the big boys up front immediately.
And the 59-yard rush by A.J. Todd to flip the field. And a drive accumulating 1:18 off the clock, and it looks like we're going to have the game's first penalty. Referee tonight is Darren Wagner.
A little extra movement early.
So in essence, this will go down in the books. It's about a 30-yard extra point, and a low kick is going to power through.
Squeaks it in.
So Charlestown on the board, 7-0. They lead Silver Creek. Dragons football right after this on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Robert Barker, 19-yard touchdown rush. What did you see here, Marty?
Well, I'm looking at the zone plays, and watching their offensive linemen, get up on the second level, the first thing. But they're getting hands-on, and Silver Creek's not getting much penetration upfield, so it's really giving him the ability to use his vision, of the holes that he's choosing, the running back. Now we'll see if Silver Creek can answer right here, if they give them a little chance to return this. But that's really the great fast start right there. Your offensive line's working well together. No early penetration, no plays for loss. Excellent start.
Drake Oltman and Jaden Williams back for Silver Creek as Charlestown immediately down the field, and Aaron's kick going to be just short of the end zone and scooped up by Silver Creek as the Dragons take it across the 20. That'll be Jaden Williams. And back to the 15, for Silver Creek.
Nice tackle. Jackson Brody got his hands in there on the tackle there to get him down, get him at the 15. So not terrible position, but not backed up either. So we'll see how Cam Black and his crew start out here for Silver Creek.
Dragons offensive line highlighted by Alex Haynes, the left guard, and right tackle Lucas Ramirez. They're both seniors. The center is Brady Miller. Caden Osborne, left tackle. Tony Poindexter gets the start at right guard as Black leaving it for Silver Creek on the inside handoff. And a very short gain as the ball cradled by Kilo Lee.
With linebackers getting downhill, immediately. Thacker, came through the front side B gap, whatever, and really filled that quickly. That's the penetration you really want defensively, to disrupt that run, especially with your tight end. You got a fullback in there, so, definitely a power running set.
So as Marty told you, Cam Black, the senior quarterback for Silver Creek with Sam Elliott, Kilo Lee in the backfield. Drake Oltman, the top receiver, and there's a handoff, and Lee trying to spring it outside and cannot. He's going to be tripped up in wide open confines at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, so filling once again wherever he had a chance, or if he could have ran through those hands. But great tackling, as Coach Daniel talked about early on, that they didn't tackle well, and they're starting out well in that area.
That's Jaden Traub on the stop. 13 tackles last year. This is going to force third down and long. Here comes Black rolling to the near side. He's going to pepper it right for a first down. Nice catch by Deontay Gasway. His first catch of the year, a pickup of 10, and a Silver Creek first down.
Simple rollout to the right. Nice depth by the quarterback. And, really with this left cornerback over forward for Charlestown, he must have been 20 yards off the ball. So a pretty nice, easy throw there on that comeback. He was wide open, at least 5 yards of cushion even after he caught it. So I imagine that they'll definitely keep working that edge. He's definitely playing the field corner because he switched back and went to the left side on this one.
So Black won for his first completion as Silver Creek nearing the 9-minute mark. They'll have it from the 28. There's Black, a handoff, and a great job by Charlestown. That's Liam Iglesias from the safety position for no gain.
Yeah, and you even have Traub coming down, 7 coming down from backside, so the backside linebacker on most of these runs. They try to trade the tight end to get an extra guy at the point of attack, and backside linebacker, they're not getting him cut off by the offensive line from Silver Creek.
Yes, Black awaits the snap from Brady Miller, and Black goes to his third read, and he's going to parole the middle of the field and take it up to about the 33-yard line. Blake Thacker again on the stop, and that's going to bring up third down and medium.
Well, I tell you, Black, he fumbled the snap and kind of juggled it up and then eventually just tucked it down and ran. I mean, actually got him in decent field position for this third down because they really could have been behind the chains a lot more on this this crucial third down on this this drive.
Black showing some poise there as the pocket collapsed.
Yeah, it was a decent snap. I mean, I think it just got on him too early.
Third down and medium. Silver Creek 1 for 1 on third down. There's Black rolling left. Still on his feet, and the pursuit from the backside will net a sack back to the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure whether we had a blown play or, he rolled the wrong way, but, all his receivers are up top, and he tried to roll out to the right, and there were no receivers here other than a wing, so I think he busted that one. Hopefully he didn't ding his head or get a slight concussion on that, but he did roll the wrong way on that.
Defensive tackle Mason Hall with a stop, and Silver Creek will send on their punting unit. It's Brady Anderson. As Anderson, a high and short kick. It's over to the right to the near sideline, and it's going to trickle down inside the Charlestown 40 down to the 38-yard line, so that'll go down for about a 32-yard punt.
Yeah. Keys to the game, stop the run. Charlestown's defense, definitely stop the run, force them in a passing situation. Great field position coming back out, sitting at the 39, left hash. Up by 7 right now. So Charlestown, and I'm sure Coach Daniel's really feeling good of where they're sitting right now. 7 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
First Charlestown drive started at their 20 after the touchback. This one up at their 39. As Grayson leaves it in the belly of the up back. That's A.J. Todd, and Todd for a couple of yards across the 40-yard line.
Pretty good defensively. Nick Robertson Fields, linebacker for Silver Creek. Fields now a little high on the tackle right there, but definitely getting him down, feeling good about that one, okay, and trying to get the run game shut down. They tried a little misdirection there with a little jet sweep, and still kind of ran back inside where they've had success.
Grayson again, this one to the near sideline, and Noah Phillips will gobble it up very close to a first down. That's a nice grab and cradle, and it will be a Pirate first down.
Yeah, he did a good job getting under that one. I mean, got his hands and got his mitts underneath it, okay, but little jitters on the other one, but they're going to come back to their guy. So great job. Phillips got his hands on it, and then they're moving the chains early.
A timing route there, a couple of guys that are very familiar with one another. From the 50, here's Grayson to his second read on a slant, and that ball is caught down the hill, and Noah Phillips in from 50.
Boy, I tell you what. So excellent on the run-pass option. They start out with 2 high safeties for Silver Creek. They spy the right side safety. He comes down to play run. They run a deeper slant in behind him, and they burn him on the run-pass option, okay, which is a great throw by Grayson there from Charlestown. Excellent job taking control of that roll coverage.
And Charlestown 2 for 2 as Caleb Aaron on for the point after. We'll see how Silver Creek can withstand a punch because they've taken 2 early. Aaron's kick low again, but powered through, and the Pirates on the board. They lead 14-0. Silver Creek will try to respond right after this pause from Glycod.
Is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart. passion and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Charlestown out of the gates quickly. This a 50-yard pitch and catch from Grayson to Phillips. And now a very important drive looming for Silver Creek.
Tell you what, they're going to have to figure out, well, what do we want to power run, and are we going to try to get a little inside-outside and try to get these linebackers from Charlestown moving, just so they can't come downhill, and especially if they're not able to cut off the backside linebacker. So, they're definitely going to have to work something, okay, with misdirection, working outside, back inside, front side on that.
Aaron to kick, and this one angled over to the right. Here comes Jaden Williams out with it. And Williams with a burst across the 30 down to the 34-yard line. Excuse me, that was Elliott Lanehart on the return as we take one more look at this Phillips touchdown reception.
Yeah, that's a great job him sitting in there. Didn't get happy feet, didn't escape that, get out of there too quickly and sat in there and made that throw. Excellent by that young man.
Silver Creek did net one first down on their first drive. But this very significant here as they already trail by 2 scores. High snap again, and Black's going to put it in the belly to Drake Oltman. And Oltman paroling the near sidelines down the chute up to the 48. That ball
cough it up.
Spilled out late. And apparently Silver Creek will retain possession.
And that's a good call by their offensive staff. They get a little jet sweep going to try to get those linebackers, see if they're not going to play so hard downhill and making them run sideline to sideline. Now, they'll end up faking that and giving the ball back down inside, and hopefully, they can work some inside gaps as well. But that was a great run. Great call, Maniquet, versus the last series.
Yeah, Oltman, a successful rusher from the receiving position, had over 120 on the ground last year. There's Kilo Lee, and he's going to prod across midfield to the 48-yard line. So now Lee with a couple of early totes for this Silver Creek offense.
You see if he can run through some of those arm tackles. But, 2 or 3 yards, that's not a bad thing right there. They then fake the jet sweep, give it back down inside. Okay, so trying to give those linebackers from Charlestown some different looks just so they just can't pin their ears back and play downhill so fast.
Sam Elliott, sophomore running back whom Coach Pappenhouse very fond of, will play. But to start this, it's the senior, Kilo Lee. And there's a pass out in the flat. It's brought down by Lanehart, and Lanehart's going to twist and turn close to another first down. And Silver Creek starting to cook on this possession.
Nice adjustment, too. I mean, they're playing with 3 receivers now for Silver Creek. Took the fullback out of the game, trying to make it more of a spread-type look. So hopefully that'll open up with some of the jet sweeps and the downhill runs. So trying to make Charlestown play in space a little bit more than that first series.
So a couple of first downs. Silver Creek with 3 first downs in the game, 2 occurring on this drive. 8 minutes elapsed. Charlestown leading 14-0. High snap. And there is Elliott, the sophomore whom we mentioned, and he's going to power his way just shy of the 40-yard line.
Yeah, nice job motion in there from Silver Creek, trying to get that guy, the up back, whatever, the halfback, whatever, to point of attack, get an extra guy blocking over there. So getting a couple yards out of it, but they're not getting any negative plays.
Deontay Gazaway at the top of your screen. He's got 1 catch tonight. He'll wear number 5. As Black back to throw. Sidesteps the pocket and a forward gain for a couple. But again, Marty, this Charlestown front very stout.
They are. They're getting push. They're getting penetration on that. And, great job by Black of sliding his feet. Could have went down and taken a sack right there, but did a good job sliding and going to get at least a yard or two, to keep him in 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8 instead of long yardage.
This is a big play here. You wonder, although you've got so much time left in this game, is Dave Pappenhouse calling 2 plays here, perhaps. The 3rd down and 7. Black back to throw. Guns it. It's caught by Cooper Abel, and Abel not a lot as he'll take it across the 35, and now you've got a dilemma.
He's 3 or 4 yards short, so that's deep. But, I mean, you're down 2 scores, and, you know, I think you got to go for it, you know, and just press it, you know, at this point. I mean, at worst, you give it to them, you know, around the 34, 35, 33-yard line. But, you know, they went 4 wide. You know, they're kind of throwing underneath, so I definitely expect some double moves, you know, coming up if they do get this first down.
3 receivers to the top. Sam Elliott, the companion to the left of Black, in the game's first 4th down as Black rolls left. And he is going to be sacked back at the 48-yard line. Wonderful pressure. That's defensive end Jackson Miller.
You know, and you give Miller credit, too, because he just kept working and working and working, you know, and as Black held the ball on his rollout to the left, you know, he held it, and he had a chance around the left hash to be able to just flip it to one of his receivers that kind of slid open around the 30, okay, but he put his eyes down and decided to run with it, okay, and they had already had him cut off.
To Charlestown on the turnover on downs, will have it just inside their 50, under 2 minutes. In a dominant first quarter, and that ball rifled right through the intended target, Sloan Roberts, for an incompletion.
And you get Burkhead, okay, he basically came off the left side, or excuse me, the offense's right side, got in his face, you know, actually created the throw to have to, you know, lift it a little bit, and he ended up throwing out of bounds. So good job by the defensive end.
Pass on the short side, coming back to catch it is Roberts again, and a shifty run. It's going to net a first down. Downhill across the 45 to the 41, and a pickup of 13 yards.
Great job by Grayson on the run-pass option. You know, linebacker stepped up, you know, played enough tight. He felt like he could give it to the quick little screen, the now screen out there to the right, get some quick yardage, okay, and moving the chains.
Charlestown going to go hurry up here as we're back to live action. That's A.J. Todd on 1st and 10. And Todd, a nice rush across the 35-yard line.
You really like how Grayson's kind of handling the pace of this offense as well. I mean, they've gone regular pace, and then now they've sped it up a little bit too, you know, taking advantage of you know, keeping it pretty balanced at this point.
Silver Creek back on their heels in the first 11 minutes plus in this game. Grayson trying to set something up. That ball is caught. It's Noah Phillips again.
Yeah, they're taking advantage of them having, you know, a tough time getting lined up. You know, they got extra receivers out there now, so, you know, Silver Creek's outside linebackers and even the drop strong safety having a tough time getting lined up, you know, so it's leaving open guys for the run-pass option.
Charlestown expeditious as they're back to the line. There's Barker shifting across the 25 to the 23. Barker accounting for one of Charlestown's 2 touchdowns in this first quarter.
Yeah, he probably had a few more if he hadn't ran right up LaFoon's. He split to 7-7, you know, with his face mask, but was still able to get off and get a few after that.
That may be the final play of this opening quarter with 8 seconds, and Charlestown back to the line. They'll run one more. There's Barker again, and Barker spinning across the 20 down to the 18, and that's going to take us to the end of one. Charlestown, a very impressive first quarter. They lead Silver Creek 14-0. 3rd down and 2 coming up in 60 seconds on Glycod.
Motor vehicle safety is important for everyone, especially young children. Having the proper child restraint systems in place, particularly for children under 4 or weighing less than 40 pounds, will keep a child safe and comfortable when traveling in the car. The Clark County Health Department provides free inspections to ensure proper installation of any car seat. To make an appointment, phone 812-282-7521. A message from the Clark County Health Department, funded by Health First Indiana.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm Agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Let's check in with Casey Huff. She's got a report.
There's clear frustration going on the Silver Creek sideline. When the offensive line came off, they sat down. Coach sat them down and said, "You're not playing ball like we know you can. You know you can." He told them to focus on the block, stop letting them get inside, and try to play offense a little bit stronger. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Casey. And you certainly see the importance for Silver Creek. They've got to get off the field here and get some points on the board when they get the ball back.
Yeah, and I mean, you're looking now, and that's what I was thinking, is that Silver Creek's going to have to challenge these guys, walk up, don't allow them to just throw the quick screens and the quick passing game, and make them hand it off, be able to cram the box. And we're really going to see if Charlestown, is going to end up throwing up over their head as an adjustment to that.
From the 18 is Charlestown, 2 prior drives, both resulting in points. Be third down and a long one, it appears.
I don't know if they're getting it adjusted or I thought he got a first down.
Okay,
yeah.
So they're going to correct the score, be first down and 10. Thanks for pointing that out, Marty. First down and 10 for Charlestown. A long pass in the end zone and being incompletion.
So the sideline Charlestown, they're looking at, 17. They're looking at him, like, hey, you got to adjust because they walked up, tight coverage, and obviously Grayson wanted to throw a fade on that for a touchdown. So, Phillips, just trying to get on the same page, with the coverage being that tight. Second down, nobody too bad hurt.
From the Silver Creek 18. And Grayson finds Todd to the near side, and A.J. Todd, there is a penalty behind the play as Todd's going to take it in, but very likely this one going to come back.
It might come back, but I promise you they're coming right back to the same play as they should because they really pushed them off the football. Charlestown's offensive line as a group really pushed them off the football. You got the holding call, but that wasn't the main issue that would have stopped the play regardless. It was a good run.
We told you at the top of the show, this Charlestown offense boasts 4 sophomores. You've got a pair of cousins in Juan and J.D. George. They're both sophomores. Jody LaFoon, the sophomore center, is the brother of senior right tackle Sam LaFoon. So only Morgan Herndon, the left guard, not relatable.
That's little Todd and Barker, 2 running backs they're using. It's working really well.
Second down at 20, loss of 10 as the ball back at the 28. And Todd this time will tuck it up inside. Looked like, though, he was coming to the near side.
Yeah, whether Grayson was going to pull that out or not, but they had numbers, covering up the receivers up top, so, had to give it. But, good job up front, by the front 4 from Silver Creek of getting some penetration.
The third down and long coming up as Todd take it for a couple. Brody Tex there, as you saw, involved in that tackle. Grayson back to throw. He's got a slant right through the midst of a covered Addison Jones, and it will be incomplete.
Yeah, I'm not sure, third down long like this, you got basically isolated coverage up top with your guy Phillips, on a deeper slant. And he doesn't go to him, and he, to me, if he hit him in stride, he had it, but he threw into double coverage on that one. So, bet he wish he could get that one back, especially as a third down call.
The line of scrimmage at the 24. This certainly, one would think, is out of the field goal range, or is it, of the kicker? They're going to try a 41-yard field goal. It's Braden Lasso. And that one going to be snuffed out and off the mark.
Yeah, wasn't able to get up under that one. Obviously tried to drive it and get as much power as he could. I mean, little bitty guy there, Lasso, but, he definitely tried to put his leg into it, but wasn't under it quite enough.
Coming up at halftime, we'll talk with one of our proud partners here on Glycod, Adrian Jamison, Executive Director and CEO of Community Action of Southern Indiana. We'll visit with her, also have a look at the area scoreboard, and hear Marty's analysis. Have a new segment for you called The Lowdown, where we'll dissect each of the respective quarterbacks' play in the first half. We'll have all of that for you coming up at halftime. So Silver Creek gets a chance from inside their 20. Here's Oltman on the jet sweep. Oltman to the far sideline. Lasso there involved in the stop, and good containment by the Pirates defense.
Yeah, you'd like to see him just put his head down. Once he got outside the hash and you got the blocks by the wide receivers, like him put his head down, and he probably had 2 or 3 more he could have got. It still got 4 or 5 yards, but, they're having some success on the jet sweep, that's for sure, trying to get these guys moving sideline to sideline.
Elliott is the back as Black back to throw. Lanehart in the seam with a grab, and he is leveled just shy of the 30-yard line.
Boy, we'd like to see him get it out earlier than that, man. It probably ended up with the first down. 3rd and 3, sitting good. Nice job, catch and throw. But, like to be able to catch and run, with that a little bit more with the off coverage. I'm surprised they're giving as much cushion as they are, these defensive backs, for Charlestown.
That was a great hit by Braden Lasso, and now a very significant 3rd down and 3 from the Charlestown 28-yard line.
Yeah, I would too. That's a good throw.
Gasaway on the grab, and Gasaway, Deontay Gasaway, in from 72 yards.
As I just spoke about, you're given a lot of cushion, by Travis Ford over there, the left corner, the field corner, for Charlestown. It gives him so much room. Obviously, they respect him, but, you can't give that much. Nice job spinning out of that, running through a little bit of an arm tackle, and Gasaway took it the distance. Nice throw by Black. Nice job setting his feet, getting it out quick, because that's a long throw from almost the right hash.
Brady Anderson on for the point after, as Deontay Gasaway, a huge reception to get Silver Creek on the board.
You almost feel the sideline take a little breath from Silver Creek. Some extra guys on the field.
Hold is down and botched, and Lasso there to snuff it out. So Charlestown able to preserve a point. 14-6 they lead. Now this from Tommy's Express Car Wash on Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Marty, what did you see on this route here and catch for Deontay Gasaway?
Yeah, you run a 5-yard hitch. Great versus pressure, great versus off coverage. But to give them that much of cushion, they're just going to keep taking it. So Black takes a 1-step drop, gets the ball out of his hands. Gasaway does a great job spinning out of that too, or whatever, and just taking it the distance like that and running through an arm tackle. But, really, they, both teams really, their DBs, man, they need to tighten up their coverage a little bit and, stop giving so much of the, quick passing game like that, to make them try to hold it a little bit, hopefully get some pressure on these quarterbacks. But great finish on that run.
So Charlestown will possess the football for what will account to be the 4th time tonight. The last drive squandered inside the Silver Creek 30. As Brady Anderson, a spiraling, hooking kick, and that ball's going to cradle in for a touchback.
Brady Anderson's kick is a touchback. The Pirates will start 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Let's see if Silver Creek's front seven, can get physical and try to really disrupt this running game. 9.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 14-6.
Been a well-played game from an opener standpoint. Haven't seen a lot of penalties. It's been well played from that perspective.
Yeah, very clean, very clean. I mean, we've only seen one come out that was significant anyway, but one holding penalty and then offsides on the extra point.
You had the hold that cost Todd a touchdown. Charlestown from their 20. As Grayson back to throw, and he's going to dump it to the left. That's Noah Phillips, and Phillips will pick up about 5 on first down.
Yeah, just keeping them honest. I mean, it's, just like having a running game out there. If they're going to play off, you just pitch it out there and go get 4 or 5 and stay ahead of the chains. But, good offensive football.
And the Pirates back to the line of scrimmage here as Barker quickly on the near side, and Robert Barker going to power through for a nice pickup and a first down.
Oh, great choice by Barker, going to the outside gap. Could have really popped back inside. Defensive line was getting push upfield, but nice little slide step to get back outside the hash and go get that first down.
So Barker, the freshman, his imprint felt all over this game. 19-yard touchdown rush in the first quarter. Pass out in the flat, and that ball's grabbed by Addison Jones, and Jones skating just near the 50-yard line and a pickup of 16 yards.
I tell you what, two plays ago, quick screen into the boundary. 2 plays later, you get a bubble screen to the field. So, you just see the ball being spread out, backside, front side, and then running the ball, to try to keep Silver Creek off balance, but definitely good job, by the quarterback handling and managing.
Pirates able to spread the ball around throughout this first half. And Todd going to level the DB and take it to about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, toe up, foot in the ground, cut back left, and still, you're picking up four almost 5 yards of play, on these running plays and even the little quick screens too. So great control here from Charlestown.
Again, A.J. Todd, his first football experience as a Charlestown Pirate. 8-point per game average as a basketball player, but he has done quite nicely in his rushing debut. There's Barker on the tote, and Barker squirting to the outside, and Robert Barker with a first down as he'll take it to the 35 and a pickup of 13 yards.
Nothing better, than on the right hash you get a corner blitz, coming off the right side, and then you already got a run called, away from it. So nothing better than that, to be able to have a run called, away from the blitz already.
Charlestown getting some action in on this hurried-up drive. We've got a flag on the near sideline.
Yeah, Silver Creek getting a little more active, on the blitz, and, they're starting to get in the red zone. So starting to get more active, walking people up, blitzing more people, and then you get the offsides call, get a little extra movement by Charlestown up front.
Back to the Silver Creek 39-yard line. There's Barker again on the handoff, and he's very elusive. I'll take it for a couple.
Yeah, so they're jamming everybody down in now. It'd be a nice time, man, to work the tight end kind of over the middle a little bit when you got these 2 linebackers inside trying to vacate. But, I keep looking at that tight end, for Charlestown. I mean, he is a good-looking guy, man. French, I tell you what. So, I mean, I definitely want to throw to him.
Dylan French, 6'6", 234. Grayson back to throw. Rifles in that ball. Grab right at the 30. Down to the far sideline. And Charlestown just inside the 10. And a pitch and catch, this for Sloan Roberts.
So we got a number 5, standoff here at wide receiver for Charlestown and Silver Creek. See who's going to handle this off coverage the best, but they just keep giving it to him. So quick out up top.
Be first Grayson down and goal as Charlestown promptly back to the line of scrimmage. Low snap. Grayson able to preserve possession and spinning and darting his way to the 4.
Well, you can tell Silver Creek, I know it's only getting close to the end of the first half, but not tackling real well, playing tired. Charlestown's up the pace a little bit. And, even with a bad snap like that, and he's able to go get 3 or 4 yards, and run through a couple of missed tackles.
The first half evaluation for head coach Aaron Daniel in his debut, A+. Second and goal from the 4. Grayson rifles it incomplete, and we've got a hanky in the end zone.
Yeah, you definitely get a tug on Phillips. Tries to run a whip route at the end zone. You've been running slants and slants and slants. You sell the slant to K, and DB grabs a hold of him when he tries to whip back out to the outside. It would have been a walk-in, so I guess he kind of had to do it.
Penalty against Silver Creek, defensive holding. So in essence, a 2-yard penalty. It's half the distance. So 2nd and 4 becomes 2nd and 2. And we're going to have a Charlestown timeout. We'll step aside. 2nd and goal for the Pirates. They lead Silver Creek 14-6 on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back to Sellersburg. Charlestown out of a timeout. They've got it 2nd and goal from the Silver Creek 2, trying to increase this 8-point lead. Christian Grayson done an outstanding job running this offense in a very impressive first half. A.J. Todd gets the call, and Todd is in.
So they had an extra person off this right side for Silver Creek. It's blitz and whatever, and he just ran himself out of the play, and he kept it up inside, for that touchdown, and just continues to run through arm tackles. I mean, there are people there. They could get him down, and then hopefully, a whole nother slew of blue jerseys come in, but definitely running through those arm tackles.
A.J. Todd, the 3rd different Charlestown Pirate to score a touchdown. Robert Barker, 19-yard rush. Noah Phillips, 50-yard reception, and a 2-yard dash by Todd. The point after will keep it at 20-6. We'll step aside. Silver Creek football coming up in just a second.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
6:04 left in this first half. Charlestown on top. A.J. Todd punches it in, and the Pirates doing a lot of good things on that side of the ball.
I tell you what, the amount of balance and the way Christian Grayson's handling their run-pass offense, run-pass option offense, I tell you, he's making great decisions, keeping them out of bad plays. They try to stack the box. If they have numbers on the outside, he pitches it out there, takes the 4 or 5 yards, nice and patient. Hasn't had to throw the ball down the field too much, because, the running game's obviously working with that 2 running back stable. And, I tell you what, it's been very impressive.
Silver Creek with a chance to have 2 successive possessions. They will start the second half with the ball, but right now, They're staring at a 14-point hole. Here's Drake Altman, and Altman down the chute across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Does a great job hitting that thing and doesn't really stutter his feet, tries to get everything he can out of it. Six minutes, plenty of time. Don't need to be panicking or get off of your game plan, but 20-6 isn't too big of a stretch for this Silver Creek offense.
There's Cam Black. And the rusher across the 35 to the 36-yard line. So a nice pickup on first down.
Good interior push, your center, two guards, good push off the ball, come up with 6 yards on that first down play really sets you up for a good second down call.
That's Kilo Lee, who's had a half dozen or so carries tonight. This one, a pickup of 4. An absolutely perfect night for high school football. High snap to Black, and that's a great grab by Drake Altman, and Altman with a catch and a first down as he squeezes out across the far sideline, and a pickup of 11.
Great job by Altman, in space. Had a chance, to only get a couple and get him down, but great job with his feet, sliding outside, with the ball, and the run after the catch, man, was beautiful.
And Silver Creek picking up a nice first down as we're back to live action. First down and 10 Dragons from their 47. Kilo Lee just shy of the 50.
He had Altman out here, in the slot, uncovered. Safeties back inside. Both safeties actually inside the hash, and they haven't taken advantage of it. I'm not sure why they're not just picking the ball now. Kind of adjust. There you go.
There's Altman out in the flat. Altman with a grab. Getting tackled by the Pirates about 3 yards short of a first down, and you get the sense that this Silver Creek offense getting more of a rhythm right now.
Yeah, just trying to, where the bodies are displaced. I mean, we got open holes here. There's more people out of the box. So, they power ran at the first play, and then they uncover and cram everybody in the box, and they flip it out there to Altman, for 2 plays. So, you got some positivity. You're across midfield, 4.5 minutes to go.
Take a quick timeout. Charlestown will pause play. Back to Sellersburg. Right after this timeout, you're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
3rd down and 3 coming up for this Silver Creek offense. Just inside the Charlestown side of the field. There you take a look at the Silver Creek contingent. Big drive here for the Dragons. Already spotting Charlestown a pair of touchdowns. Lanehart is in motion as Black zings it to Cooper Abel, and Abel to pick up a first down across the 40 to the 38, a gain of 8.
Yeah, good run after the catch right there to go and get 2 to 3 more and get across the chains. Excellent by Black, that catch and throw, he's a good job, with the quick game. And the easiest throw in football is your backside hitch, and as long as the linebacker's tucked inside, and that backside corner is going to give it to you.
Black inside handoff. That's Lee again, and Kilo Lee starting to get a majority of the handoffs here for this Dragons offense.
You like the feel of, not panicking. It's 20-6. You're still running your offense. No need to get crazy, but Cam Black is handling things, this series especially.
3:30 left in the half. Again, Silver Creek will have the football to start the second half. Back to throw, Black looking for Cooper Abel, and wonderful coverage out by Braxton Black, the corner.
You get 2nd and 8. There's nothing wrong with taking a shot, but still got pretty deep coverage, by that left corner that they probably could have just thrown underneath him, okay? But I respect taking a shot intentionally.
3rd down and long coming up. From the 38-yard line. Black rolling, and he's going to dart and flip it at the last moment for a catch across the 20 and a 1st down. It's Deontay Gasaway.
Gasaway just tearing it up out there. Great route runner. He could have gave it to him a lot earlier, but, that rollout they're working to the right, that's the 2nd time to throw the comeback out to 5, which he started the game off, so great job coming back to that positive call. So still working 5, in that comeback route.
1st down and 10 inside the Charlestown red zone. Sam Elliott getting the call for no gain.
So they bring Fleming in, their fullback, kind of a good little tip. They're going to run it right there. So linebackers are getting downhill, almost immediately. So you definitely think they might pull out a little play action off of that, maybe throw that deeper slant over the middle.
Black back to throw, and right through the midst of Drake Oltman that had a little space inside the 20.
Yeah, he was going to get a block outside, too, from the wide receiver out here, Abel. But obviously ran a little bit before, he pulled it in. He was already heading outside.
Now Silver Creek with 2:10 left on the clock, and the ball at the Charlestown 20. Certainly this unquestionably 4-down territory.
Gasaway coming back in the game and is the backside receiver, so go to that.
Black rolling to the press box side. He's going to fling it in the end zone and just out of the reach of Drake Oltman.
Oh, that's a shame. So you had curl. You definitely had a curl wheel concept there. Abel, outside receiver, runs a 10-yard curl, sneaks inside. Everybody jumps in on him. Okay, then you have the wheel coming right back outside. He's wide open, but held a little too long, and then he didn't get his shoulders around. That's a shame. Missed a big opportunity there.
So Silver Creek going to go for it here from the 20. Be 4th down and 10. Oh, there's a flag there as well, Marty. I did not see that penalty. There's a flag. So this going to be back to 3rd down. So in essence, perhaps a break for Silver Creek as they're going to get 2 more cracks at it. So 3rd down and 21. And the flag again, or is that a whistle before the snap?
And I tell you what, I'd be shocked if Charlestown doesn't change their coverage. They were in a 1 high safety, 3 guys deep, and you've got Gasaway one-on-one backside, which I'm pretty sure they were getting ready to work him. So I would imagine they would go to a 2 safety look at this point. I mean, you're 3rd down and forever right now.
3rd down at 26, and Silver Creek going to pause play for a timeout. We'll step aside. More coverage coming up right after this. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on Glycod.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Chris LeBar, Marty Lowe, and our correspondent on the field, Casey Huff, welcome you back to Silver Creek High School. 2:03 in the first half, and the Dragons back at their 35-yard line, staring at 3rd down and 26. As Black with a snap, and Black evading, heaving it down towards the end zone, a jump ball and an incomplete pass.
Oh, he threw that late.
So we've got some flags after the play. Braden Lasso there in coverage.
Yeah, Oldman had a chance to catch that. I mean, it actually got over the DB's hands. He had a chance to squeeze it, and let it get through his hands. Good job by Black. You're rolling out left. You're getting pressure outside. You're going to have to step up inside of that a lot quicker. But good job evading pressure.
We'll see what the officials do as you take a look at this incomplete pass. Let this play continue on to see where the flag came in. It's going to be a Charlestown?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a personal foul on Charlestown. That's going to hurt. Ooh.
Now, it's not going to be a first down, though, if in fact be a 15-yard, so be 3rd down and 11.
Still giving them 2 shots. You're 2 minutes, plenty of time. Definitely clocks on Silver Creek's side, so. Stays 4th.
Okay, excuse me. So after the play, yes, sir. Okay. So 4th down and 11. 4th and 11 for Silver Creek from the Charlestown 19-yard line. Back to throw is Black. Heaving it in the end zone. Altman runs under it for a touchdown.
They ran the same curl wheel concept they did about 4 or 5 plays ago that he overthrew it. They just didn't roll out on it this time, So great job of getting the snap, letting him set his feet. Okay, corner jumps in, on the curl route. Wheel route's wide open, getting over the top of the corner. Nice job, Altman. Good route, too. I mean, he sold it outside, took time. Luckily, a quarterback, had a solid 2.3 seconds to get the ball out of his hand.
Boy, how important could that penalty be? You fast forward the clock about 2 hours from now, but still Charlestown by 8 and Silver Creek down 8 with 1:48 in the half. And we're going to have some consternation on the Dragon sideline with the timeout. And what a throw by Cam Black here, Marty. Perhaps his best throw of the night.
Oh, it was beautiful. Sailed nice. Had some good air up under. The wheel route comes off of it, a little bit later. Nice setting his feet. Oh, nice little tight spiral. Band gets right over the defensive back.
Black with 2 touchdown passes on the evening. Gazaway caught the first one from 72. And Altman this time from 19. You got to take the point here, don't you, Marty?
I guess they're going to. Yeah, I mean, you want to.
Brady Anderson.
Too early to be worrying about, chasing the scoreboard.
Anderson, 86% last year on point afters. Now, he missed the first one tonight, but it was a very poor snap. Didn't even get a chance to kick due to the poor snap.
I think they didn't realize it was 20 and not 21.
And Anderson takes his time, nudges it up and through, and Silver Creek back within 7. On momentum, such a funny thing in Silver Creek. Again, they're going to get the football to start the second half, down 7.
I tell you what, they, even coming here with Charlestown, you got a minute 48, with a very balanced offense. A quarterback can definitely handle his business, throwing the ball, or at least he's shown to be so far. So definite still an opportunity left on the table.
So Charlestown, one timeout left, 1:48 on the clock. And their offense has certainly been explosive nearly every time they've touched the football. So a lot of script left to be written here in this second quarter.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it'll be the most patient team, coming down the stretch. Sticks to the plan.
And Brady Anderson. This one will be just returnable. And the ball returned by Liam Iglesias across the 20 to the 23.
Yeah, he kind of tiptoed up through there, man. That was a nice wide hole there he could have gotten through. Okay, if he'd have hit that thing full speed, but I'm going to set up shop right here. Where they sit, the 24? Yeah, okay.
What do the Pirates do here to start this drive?
Yeah, it's always, let's see, first down. I might tie a little screen or, start off maybe running the ball and just see how it happens. I don't know if I'd want to push it too much. But I do have a quarterback that's handled things pretty well, but a short passing game nonetheless.
Robert Barker is in the backfield. Barker getting the call, spinning away from tackle one. And good lateral defense by Silver Creek for about 1 yard on Charlestown.
Yeah, so they're just playing a little conservative, see if we pop one and get a first down, and then if we get up near midfield, then maybe hit the fast forward button. But
just over 1 minute in the half. Grayson, three-man drop. There is a flag, and that ball dislodged for an incompletion, but a flag back at the 30-yard line.
Good out route. Really more like a stop route, on the outside. Could have gotten out a little bit early, but, popped it out. Even though it looks like this is going to be on Charlestown.
And the Dragons certainly have been the beneficiary of a couple of untimely Charlestown penalties. You had an A.J. Todd touchdown being taken off the board. And then a 15-yard penalty on a third down incompletion really teed up Silver Creek's last touchdown. So Silver Creek penalties, first down and 10 from the Pirates' 35-yard line. Grayson back to throw, slings it, and there's the money man, Noah Phillips, with the cradle and grab, just shy of the 50 and a first down.
The beauty of that, you go back to the backside throw again, and he puts it outside, left it inside the play before. So great adjustment there, right there on the throw of just putting the ball placement, first down.
There's Grayson. Plenty of time, and he has got a target, just does overshoot Addison Jones, and Jones with a step on the defensive back.
Well, good job getting the ball out of his hand. Pressure's coming up front. They're doing a good job getting upfield on the pass rush, but, definitely forced an early throw with the pass rush from Silver Creek, so errant pass caused by it.
Pirates one timeout remaining. Grayson back to throw. Good coverage there on the boundary. That was Deontay Gassaway in coverage.
Okay, good job with the deep ball. Hung it up there, okay, but wideout definitely didn't get off in time right there, too. They were kind of a little hand jostling between the DB and the wide receiver.
I think we're going to be set up for a very interesting second half.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fireworks, but, I'm sure both teams will continue the same plan they've had.
From the 48, third down and 10. There's Barker on the short side run, trying to shimmy his way. He'll pick up about 4 to the 46, and now you're staring at fourth down and 6.
Yeah. And clock run, 40. Fourth down there. See if they attack the guy out down here on the right side.
Grayson back to throw, and he's got an open target. Running under it is Jones. Touchdown!
Oh, that's electric, you know. They take the slot. They've been throwing the quick screen out there to the left. Quick screen. Think they're going to give it to him to get the easy little fourth down play, and they fake it. Okay, fake the quick screen. Inside receiver, okay, runs the wheel route off of it. He lays it up there beautifully.
Christian Grayson to Addison Jones. And Charlestown putting a late score on the board. Hold is down, and Aaron's kick is smothered. And a 13-point difference with just 20 seconds in this second quarter.
Well, they may be better off just going for two. They're just going to keep kicking low like that the rest of the game. But that play right there, I mean, everybody and their mom bit on that quick screen. And that slot receiver on that wheel route just ran right by everybody.
And it is so quiet on the near sideline, Marty.
Yeah, my. You could have heard a pin drop down here, okay, especially when they're kicking the extra point. You know, everybody's excited. We get one right before the half, and you leave a minute 48 on the board. And credit to Charlestown. I mean, they tried to kind of slow play it with a run, couple of runs, and next thing you know, you get a penalty right there and get towards midfield and say, okay, we're in attack mode now. So credit to them, okay, for not just, you know, hitting the brakes. And, you know, when the opportunity arose, you know, you got a quarterback that, you know, can handle the situation and not get you in a pick six situation or anything that's going to make you regret it.
You got four different Charlestown Pirates with a touchdown. Robert Barker, Noah Phillips, A.J. Todd, Addison Jones. Christian Grayson just spraying the ball to all his compatriots. And Charlestown doubling up their rival here.
And, man, you start the game with those two running backs, and, you know, you get 4 or 5 plays on that first drive and running the ball, man, I tell you what really sets it up for what's happened since.
Aaron's kick. This one will be fielded at the 15-yard line on a carom. And that may take us to the end. Well, they'll still have 17 seconds left. Jaden Williams on the return. Hope to catch some comments from Aaron Daniel heading into the locker room. Our Casey Huff is patrolling the sidelines. There's Lanehart trying to bounce it outside, and Lanehart just shy of the 30.
Should just about do it.
It sure will. Clock under 4 seconds, and that's going to take us to half. Charlestown on top, 26-13. We'll try to get a few comments from Coach Daniel, and what a response, Marty, by Charlestown.
That was awesome. I tell you what, just the first half of just even both teams of bending, not breaking, but, you know, Charlestown, I mean, coming out, I'm not sure who we are. What are we going to do? First year of coach, and right away that first series come out running the football. You know, you stuffed them on defense, and then now both teams, you know, making plays. But Charlestown really on that last drive right there, man, that was impressive. Okay, to see how they handle things.
And Christian Grayson, the poise, he's really improved from year one to this year.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at his stats from what he had and even talking to his parents, you know, and even knowing him through the offseason, I mean, he's done a great job, you know. And, I mean, credit to coaching staff for preparing him, you know, the way they handle that offense with those run-pass options and the decisions that he's making.
Let's check in with Casey Huff. We think she's got –
dominant.
Trying to come out and get some penalties that have been killing us. I mean, other than killing ourselves, I feel like We got to get some of those penalties cleaned up and hopefully come out and finish a good, strong second half.
Excited. I heard. Don't celebrate yet. We're not done. What advice are you giving them in the locker room?
We got to finish.
Yep.
Thank you, guys. We'll have more coverage coming up from Silver Creek High School halftime. 26-13 Pirates. Be right back after this on Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're busy, always on the go, and when your car needs repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop, you can make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 812-949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and are family-owned and operated. They've been serving Southern Indiana since 1954 at 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. It's your car, and you have a choice on your repair. Call's Body Shop. Can they fix it? Yes, they can.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com. Celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Priority Radiology, offering full-service outpatient imaging services from their clinic at 807 Northgate Boulevard in New Albany. To schedule an appointment, visit PriorityRadiology.com.
Back live at Silver Creek High School. Halftime. Charlestown on top of Silver Creek 26-13. A lot to digest in this first half.
Oh, so much. I mean, but, regardless of the score, both teams, sticking to their plan, short passing game, run the ball, taking your nullifiers, your guys that can handle, I can throw it out to them if they load the box. Or obviously if they, decide to play coverage, we can run the ball and get downhill too. So, Charlestown's obviously handled their part for sure, and even answering it right there before halftime with that great drive. But they've done a great job with balance, their run-pass options, and the decisions Christian Grayson is making, the entire first half. So that's really, the summary of the score.
Aaron Daniel,
decisions.
What a great first half. The preparation, you just knew that all summer he was waiting for this moment, and man, oh man, they look good in that first half.
Listening to him in the pregame, it was kind of like, okay, here's a first-year coach, he's nervous, I understand that, and you wondering kind of how his kids are going to respond, because they definitely are going to respond to, their head coach and stuff, but they've really handled situations on both sides of the ball. Not a lot of penalties. I mean, you've really seen, discipline, and their confidence that they've shown, and offensively they just had a really good plan.
We'll join a great partner of Community Action of Southern Indiana, Adrian Jamison, their executive director and CEO. You'll hear from her next. At the half, Charlestown on top of Silver Creek, 26-13 on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams. Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
For a quote, contact American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Parents want to do what's best for their children. Teenagers love a party, and often alcohol is involved at those parties. While some people think that hosting those parties in their homes will keep their kids safe, it's wrong, and it's illegal to allow your teens and their friends to consume alcohol on your property. In fact, it's a felony. Parents who host lose the most. Don't be a party to underage drinking. Funding provided in part by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health Services. For more information, go to ourplaceservices.org.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Halftime at Silver Creek High School, 26-13. Charlestown leads the Silver Creek Dragons. Time now for Community Action of Southern Indiana, one of our proud partners here on Glycod. Cassie1.org is their destination. They're serving Clark, Floyd, and Harrison County. Proud to welcome in Adrian Jamison, the Executive Director and CEO. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me. We're excited to be here for a great game.
Talk about Cassie and what separates you guys. What's so special about where you work?
Yes, so Community Action of Southern Indiana works throughout Clark, Floyd, and Harrison counties to help people reach self-sufficiency by addressing the root causes of poverty. And we've been here serving this area for over 65 years now, so we've been in this area for a really long time.
I know Head Start is just part of something you offer, but boy, it's very distinguished.
Yes, we have a wonderful Head Start program. We serve over 200 children every single year, and it's way more than childcare. We really focus on the child's whole development and engaging the family in their child's education as well.
Your director of Head Start is so special, Mary Striegel.
Yes.
And what she does for the community there. Just talk about her on a personal level.
So Mary is a gift to our community. She brings so much expertise to the table, as does her entire team that works at Cassie with those Head Start students. She really has a way of mobilizing resources and connecting families to what they need to make sure that both the child, the parents, grandparents, and everyone in between are all successful.
The health and wellness housing, elaborate a little bit more on what that is.
Yes, so beyond education, we also make sure that our children are developmentally, physically appropriately as well. So they do dental and health screenings every single year. They're either playing on the playground or in the gym. We also have a new nutrition program that we're getting ready to launch to make sure we're getting good food in our tummies as well.
So anyone that wants to be a part of Cassie and maybe volunteer, et cetera, what's the process there?
Yes, we have lots of volunteer opportunities, everything from reading in the classroom to pulling weeds in our community garden, distributing food in the food pantry. You can check out those opportunities at www.casi1.org. That's cassie1.org.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
It's Adrienne Jamison, Executive Director and CEO of Cassie. We'll step aside. More coverage coming up right after this pause on Glycod.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
With a wide range of products including video surveillance, door access, fire alarm monitoring, or burglar alarms, Northside Security ensures top service at an affordable price. Their team will efficiently plan and install your system, then train you with 24-hour monitoring. For more, contact them at 812-282-3142 or get a quote online at northsidesecurity.com. Northside Security in Clarksville, where service and protection meet.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
With cardiac emergencies happening more often than ever, the Clark County Health Department offers Pulse Point. It's a set of 911 connected apps that empower everyday citizen responders to provide life-saving assistance, as well as locations of nearby AED equipment. If you've been trained in CPR, you can download the app at pulsepoint.org, Google Play, or the App Store. Get the app, save a life. A message from the Clark County Health Department.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back with Marty Lowe and correspondent Casey Huff. I'm Chris LeBar. 26-13 Charlestown on top at halftime. As talk a little more about these two quarterbacks. Marty, what has caught your eye with both these young men tonight?
Really with Christian Grayson. Starting out with Charlestown, you got 26 points on the board, but, strengths of it is how they're working his decisions with that run-pass option offense. Count the box. Does he have numbers outside? He'll pitch it out there for quick screens or hitches or, quick outs. Getting the ball out of his hand, has done a great job distributing that on those decisions. You'd like to be able to see them maybe put some pressure on him, see how he handles his athletic ability outside of the pocket, but, he haven't really had to see much of that, just yet. Now, Cam Black, which has really been the surprise for me, he had a couple of rollouts, a little bit late on the comeback, but doing a pretty good job, on the run, getting out there, and you can tell they don't want him to have to sit back there, too long. With the quick game, he's one step, ball comes out of his hands, did a great job getting the ball out of his hand, ended up getting a 70-yard touchdown out of it too by getting it out quickly. So not having to make too many decisions and throw too many deep balls from either one of these, but the biggest part is there towards the last series for each one of them. You got a wheel route that Cam Black throws for a touchdown. He missed it on the first one, and then come back. Great by the coaching staff to let him actually set his feet, see the wheel route, have time to be able to let it go, and then puts a good amount of air under it. So that, and then the deep ball, by Grayson, on that last one that came in with the fake on the screen, good job with the deep balls also. So, they've done a good job. Obviously, Silver Creek's not asking Cam Black to do too much as far as a ton of decision-making, but I'm sure that will come with time and then with comfort down the line as they continue. And that's why this second half is going to be so crucial to see how both teams, continue their playing.
Let's check in with Casey Huff. She's got a few comments.
Happy with the way his guys have played. He's happy with their plays, but he said they made a lot of mistakes. In the second half, pinpoint those mistakes. And I heard him tell.
We're having some issues with the microphone, unfortunately, so we will step aside. Second half coming up next. Charlestown leading Silver Creek Dragons football to start the second half. We'll have it for you next on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
I love how you're always thinking ahead.
Well, they don't call me Prepared Pat for nothing.
Guess that makes you forward-thinking Fiona.
Gotta protect your dreams. Life's better when you're under our roof.
And that would be? Relieved Rudy?
Save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
For a quote, contact American Family Insurance Agent Mark Stevens today.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Back live to live action. Second half, moments from getting started. It'll be Silver Creek football to start. And the Dragons at the 10-yard line. Across the 30 and tripped up at the 33. That's Elliot Lanehart, and the Dragons advantageous field position to start.
And Lanehart did a great job, man, of sticking that thing to hash. Found the seam, hit it full speed. You know, if you break that one arm tackle, you know, typically, man, you off to the races. But, you know, good job for him of hitting it hard.
Cam Black back under center for Silver Creek. A pair of touchdown passes in the first half. Deontay Gasaway from 72. And Drake Altman very late in the first half from 19 yards. As Black under center and a pass to the far sideline, grab just shy of the 40-yard line. That's Cooper Abel.
Yeah, Abel's hurt too. He's down. Put the ball out to his left a little bit too far, man. Like he came down his ankle, but he's back up.
Gain of about 3 is Abel. We'll have it at the 38-yard line. Across the 35 to the 36. Great job by the Charlestown defense.
And this is how they started, you know, the first quarter, you know, really kind of, you know, getting downhill with their linebackers. You know, they could easily just fake that and just toss a little hitch, you know, a quick little pass out into the slot, you know, anytime they choose if they want to fake that run. But, you know, I imagine they're going to get back to that jet sweep, you know, the inside-outside run that they were doing before. But
Jackson Brody on that stop, 3rd down and 7 on the Silver Creek 36-yard line. Under 11 minutes in the half. Rather in the quarter as Black rolls left, flings it to the far sideline, and a great grab by Deontay Gasaway for a first down.
They call him out of bounds.
Or did they?
Yeah, they didn't say. They said he didn't get his foot down.
So an incomplete pass. We dial it up one more time, but there you see the athleticism of Gasaway.
Cam Black, you know, sliding, I mean, getting away from the defensive pressure and sliding inside, you know, kind of made his mind up to go run and then pulled it back down, okay, and laid it up there for him.
So Silver Creek will punt. It's Brady Anderson. And an official stoppage. Charlestown, perhaps too many guys on the field.
And great hustle by Colton Lewis getting off so they don't get a penalty.
So Anderson back to punt. High snap. And this a beautiful kick, and the retreating Addison Jones at the 30. Jones across the 40 to the 42, and they're a backside block there by Braden Lasso on the sideline.
Yeah, nice return. I mean, not much height, you know, not much height on that punt right there. Kind of kicked it right to him, gave him a little bit more return than I'm sure they would have liked to have seen, but great job putting his head down and getting those. Now, here's a real crucial situation for Silver Creek because you're down 2 scores here. You know, they got good field position right now, and I don't know if you have the offense or whatever, man, once you get down 3 scores or more. So this is pretty crucial right here, even though it's early in the second half.
Christian Grayson, 2 touchdown passes in the first half. There's A.J. Todd, and Todd, that ball pops out and right into the belly of Silver Creek. Charlestown with their game's first turnover.
So I called it, you know, back in the first half. Okay, they ran the ball away from the corner blitz. Silver Creek brings the corner blitz on the right side. They run it into the corner blitz. They've got him stopped, and they also get a fumble out of it also, okay, with knocking it loose. So here's Silver Creek putting themselves in great situation with good field position, but Charlestown's got to make better decisions than that. Okay, that hasn't been Christian Grayson-like from the first half.
On the 37-yard line. We'll see what sudden change can do for the Dragons. A little hitch and go maybe. Gas away in the crease, and it's incomplete. Good coverage out there one-on-one by corner Tavis Ford.
So they fake the bubble screen trying to get him to pull up and then throw a little skinny post in there. But, he lays it up. If he'd have just lasered it in there to Gasaway, it's a touchdown. The DB may not even get a glove on him. He need to stick that in there on him.
You get the sense that momentum has shifted a bit to the Dragons. They need to capitalize on this turnover, though.
Absolutely.
Second down at 10. Lanehart to the near sideline looking for a block, and Charlestown able to string it out. Nice tackle just shy of the 35-yard line.
That's still a solid play, though, just making Charlestown have to cover sideline to sideline and still have gap integrity, if they do run the ball down inside.
Jackson Brody involved in that stop, and have an official's stoppage here, third down and long. We have a timeout. I don't believe there's not been a timeout indicated on the scoreboard.
No. And Silver Creek night here, third down and 8, and you're, in good situation right here, man, with the field position, where you're at. You pick up a first down here and keep that momentum going after the turnover. Like I said, this is just one play after another. They need to continue these positives, taking advantage of that turnover.
So Braden Lasso injured a bit, able to trot off there. You see him zero under his own power.
So you have Oltman again, who ran that wheel route on the touchdown on the third and long call.
Black with a snap, nice. Gas away, and that ball's going to pop out very late for an incompletion.
Very good call. They run the jet sweep, fake it, working to the left. Then you've got your big target, Gasaway, that's over here on the right to run the slant, man. He puts it right on him and he drops it. So tough right there on that third down. Great call for the situation, though. Wonderful call. Coming off of what you've been doing offensively as well.
Brad Troutman, the offensive coordinator. And it's fourth down and 7, and the offense stays on the field with 9:49 in this third quarter. Black rolling to his left, slings it for an incomplete pass, and Oltman well out of range.
Yeah, rolling to his left's a little bit tougher. He's kind of shown, that being one of his weaknesses there, man, to get his shoulders around, and he sailed 2 balls rolling out to his left. And you got your best receiver, Gasaway, here on the backside, basically running a dummy route. So on fourth down, you really want to think about getting it to your playmakers. I understand coming back to the wheel route, but, he'd already missed that on the rollout the earlier in the game. Tough to miss that one.
So the A.J. Todd fumble will yield no Silver Creek points. And the Pirates back to work inside their own 40-yard line. Charlestown has led this game, led throughout. Robert Barker got the parade started in the first on a 19-yard touchdown rush, and there's Noah Phillips, and Phillips shimmying down the far sideline inside the 10, and Noah Phillips in for a 64-yard touchdown.
I tell you what, man, you got trips. I really thought they were going to run it over to the tight end, had a good little look for it, but, the bubble screen, they try to trigger because I guarantee you Silver Creek's telling them we've got to be more aggressive to quit letting them nickel and dime us, and you miss one little tackle or take the wrong angle, and he takes it for the distance.
Phillips, his second touchdown reception, the first in the first half from 50. This good from 64. And Caleb Aaron on for the point after. And add one to the Pirates' tally.
And also we get the kick up and over the lineman too, so good job. Good job by him making that adjustment of being able to get a little bit more rise on that kick.
Back after this on Glycod.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back live at Silver Creek High School in a 33-13 Pirates lead. Noah Phillips in for a 64-yard touchdown reception.
Yeah, that helps whatever, man, on a bubble screen for a guy to take it that length or whatever and put you up by 3 scores. You know, very accurate on the bubble screens, letting them be able to catch and run with it. You know, obviously the good decision with it after running the ball into a corner blitz and getting a turnover. So good answer by the Charlestown offense of getting themselves back on track.
And Christian Grayson, an outstanding season debut. It's all that mentoring, all that coaching. There's a short kickoff, and oh my, Silver Creek going to take it across the 45 down to the 47-yard line. But to continue that point, you coach Christian as well on the side. Just talk about some of his developing.
Well, I mean, I have an off-season program, but, you know, I train quarterbacks year-round. So my off-season program goes from November to the end of March. So he spent the entire off-season program, you know, with us. You know, every weekend he was there. You know, did a great job, you know, with his ball placement, his mechanics, you know, his footwork. You know, was really, really in tune, you know, to get better on the little things, you know, and focus on those things. So that was the good part about it. And, you know, not to pat myself on the back, because I can't stand that kind of stuff, but it's good to see progress of these kids like this.
Big drive coming up for Silver Creek, down 3 touchdowns, and the end around. Or was it? No, some deception. Oh, it is an end around. I beg your pardon. And squirting up the near sideline is the run for Jaden Williams and a first down.
Yeah, so they motioned into it, you know, and went back to the jet sweep, and they're just trying to outrun those inside linebackers, you know, to the spot. You know, the outside linebacker, we just let him fit, and then the jet sweep picks inside or outside. But right now, those inside linebackers, they'd rather play downhill than they would side to side. So they're going to have to keep taking advantage of that.
Silver Creek at the Charlestown 40. And there's a pass grabbed on the near side. Cooper Abel, and he's done a credible job in the passing game. Abel close to a first down.
Yeah, Black a little unsure about letting that ball go until he got to the specific depth. But, you know, if they can strike quick right now, you know, I mean, 9 minutes, there's a lot of time left in this game, a lot of football left to play.
There will be a first down. We see Coach Dave Pappenhouse just outside of the Silver Creek sideline. First down and 10 for the Dragons, just outside of the Pirates' red zone. Black rolling left, and he's going to heave it high, and oh my, he nearly strung out Jaden Williams to dry.
He hit him late after that, too. I thought a flag might come out, but once again, he rolls to the left, having a tough time getting his shoulders around to be accurate on these throws. And even that one was a quicker throw and still Aaron and left it back inside. So, you know, offense coordinator's got to make a definite adjustment, okay, especially when he's working to his left. He could have just as well just quit game and just one step and thrown that out just as efficiently, or even more efficiently, should I say.
9:09 in this third quarter. Drake Altman trying to get some real estate outside. He'll take it for a positive gain across the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, I mean, setting up 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8, a lot better than, you know, 3rd and 10, obviously, to try to get this first down. I mean, they're going to have 2 downs, obviously, but, you know, they're still working those jet sweeps and, you know, trying to let that running back hit the lane before the linebackers can get there.
With 9:02 left in this third quarter. 33-13 Charlestown. Black in the gun. Facing heavy pressure, and he's sacked by Jackson Miller. And a flag back at the 40.
I believe he's going to call him for grabbing his face mask, as he was trying to spin out of it, but we shall see. Wanted to throw the out route on the backside, but the linebacker got up underneath it, so he tried to check back front side, okay, but pressure was in his face at that point. Yeah. Nullifies that.
That's going to be a first down.
A lot of scrimmages there, so.
It was 3rd and 6 and a 15-yard penalty, so that.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to drop it. Okay, so 3rd down and about 4.
Now, if they're going with the offense calls, you jet sweep it and then let your jet sweep back, throw a halfback pass off of it right here in the red zone.
Sam Elliott, the back station to the right of Cam Black. And Black back to throw, slings it to the near side. Nice grab across the 20. Going to be close to a first down as Cooper Abel receives it.
I give it to him. That's what I was trying to look. It was awfully close. Good job, little rollout to the right. Good route down here. Okay, coming out of that comeback right there, man. They've done real well rolling to the right and making that that hook up between those two.
$8:15 now in the third. Inside the Pirates' red zone, there's Elliott bullying his way just shy of the 15-yard line. So you've seen Kilo Lee get some totes in the first half. Now Sam Elliott running between the tackles.
Yeah, you get the fullback in there, and we try to get a little bit more power football. Okay, good call on first down. Gives you 4 yards. I mean, it's kind of your goal, with any running play and on first down anyway. It definitely sets you pretty good with your play call, next play call.
There's the fake to Elliott. Nice grab across the 10 down to the 8-yard line.
That's a nice job adjusting to what they're giving, because every time he fakes that thing downhill, those outside linebackers are squeezing in, so it's giving those throws out there every time. The hitch or the slant, they could take it at any point.
It's Cooper Abel, another catch on this drive, and now you're looking first down and goal for Silver Creek.
Yeah. Still 7 minutes in the third quarter. The clock's not moving real fast, so that's excellent for Silver Creek.
A lot of points on the board tonight in Sellersburg. First down and goal. Elliott, the sophomore, chiseling his way between the tackles, and he'll take it to about the 5-yard line.
About 3 or 4 hard-nosed run. Nose down, legs churning. Great job going to get as many as he could. A pile of bodies.
Liam Iglesias involved in the stop.
You go slant to Gazaway here. Yeah, he tried.
Pass across the middle. Boy, you've seen that before, Marty, in an incomplete pass.
Yeah, but it's just, the biggest thing there, you're going to get pressure, but trying to make him open left and flip his hips to get back to a slant to your left, that's really put him at a disadvantage in the red zone. You're going to get pressure, in his face right now. So, one step would have done just fine, or faking it off the right side. But you would have hoped Black would just think, hey, it's pressure, so I'm not going to worry about the fake so much and give it to your playmaker.
So third down and goal from the 5. With 6:22 in this third quarter. Pass out in the flat, and that ball is caught, but just incomplete. Little underthrown to Drake Altman, and now it's 4th and goal.
Okay, so once again, and I'm sounding like a broken record, but, we bootleg, we fake to the right, we're going to bootleg back out to the left, okay, which is going to force him into a left side throw. Having a tough time, and that's 3 passes in a row working to the left that he's thrown back inside. So I think there's, probably better calls maybe on your sheet, that would work and put your quarterback in a better situation, especially down here in the red zone.
You get the sense this play has a very important value in this game as Black back to throw on 4th and goal, lofts it in the end zone, and Cooper Abel with a touchdown.
That is a nice job, him setting his feet, put air under it where Abel could go up and get it. Hopefully he's not hurt. He's laying in the end zone, maybe got an ankle, but great job on that catch, whatever, and pulling it in before the DB could rip it out of his hands.
Abel with 3 big catches on this drive, the last culminating in a Silver Creek touchdown, and Abel just out of your camera view to the far right, as Marty indicated.
Like they're looking at his ankle. As he was coming down, he may have stepped on his shoe, but my gosh, what a great effort by that kid to go up and get it. And what a great throw by Cam Black, coming back and put it up where a 50-50 ball where his receiver can go up and get it and make a big-time play like that.
So Silver Creek down 14 with 6:13 in this third quarter, and you would certainly expect the point after attempt. And Abel will get up as, there we go, we're able to bring you those pictures. Good to see that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. First game, make a big play like that. And great to see him get up, man, be able to continue. Get a little water and brush it off.
We might be looking at a June Jones type offense tonight for both these teams with 6:13 in this third.
It's been exciting.
Hold is down, and Brady Anderson adds one to the Silver Creek tally. 33-20. Don't go anywhere. More football. Southern Indiana High School football next on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Got us a ball game with still 6:13 in this third quarter. Cooper Abel on a 4th down pass in for a Silver Creek touchdown, and be Charlestown's turn to possess the ball.
Well, if I'm Silver Creek's defensive staff right now, I'm talking to that front 4 and tell them they've got to take over this game and push that pocket and get this run game shut down, okay, and then tighten up coverage outside so they can get themselves a couple more possessions.
If you're watching across town, Providence scored again. Boy, they look good. Defending 1A champs, now lead New Albany 41-14 late in the third quarter. Daniel McDonald has things going the right direction at Providence as Charlestown on the ensuing kickoff. Addison Jones cradling at the 5, and Jones brought down shy of the 20.
Might have a block in the back here.
Now, we talked about the cleanliness of the game in the first half. Charlestown, however, has had some very unfortunate penalties that have cost them at times.
It has. Between that and that fumble, okay, man, the last time it didn't end up costing them, but it's just you want to keep that momentum, just keep riding it. I mean, you're up 3 scores. Now they cut it back to 2, so obviously they're all big possessions, but right now, with this clock running and the time you're going to need and the number of possessions that you're going to need, okay, to make sure that you're hopefully getting this thing tied up or pushing it into the later minutes.
So Charlestown with a block in the back on the kickoff. This will take them back Just like the 9-yard line. Grayson.
There it is again.
Feeds the inside handoff. Now bounced outside. That's Robert Barker across the 15 to the 18. No, that's A.J. Todd. Excuse me.
Yeah, so that's 3 drives, and of them, 2 of them, they have brought a corner blitz off the edge, and luckily this time they had a run called away from it. So they showed it plenty early, too. They could even pitch it, just raise up and throw it backside right there with it, but excellent that they were running away from it this time and end up getting a 4-yard gain out of it. They're setting up to bring another corner blitz.
So Charlestown again. Christian Grayson, every time this team's needed plays, he has made it happen. But now these guys backed up really inside their 5, where they've not been many times this evening.
Absolutely. Now the ball on the hash mark right here, man. So looking to see if they bring that corner blitz again. They had set up with it.
Second down and 11, and that ball right through the midst of the receiver on the near side. That's Sloan Roberts.
Well, he tried to get his head around. You know, he let that ball go early, too, before he even came out of his break. So great job by not allowing the pressure to get to him, but receiver's got to get his head around on that one. But big third and 11.
With 5:22 in this third quarter. Back to throw on a slant. Oh my, nearly intercepted. That was Jaden Williams inside the passing lane, and going to be 4th down and long.
So 3rd and 11, and Silver Creek is living off of this corner blitz. So they bring the corner blitz, throw the slant backside. If Grayson sees it early enough, the slant is there right now as the corner's trying to rush in and put pressure on him, but he held it a little bit longer, which allowed the safety to drop in over it, okay, which ended up in that incompletion.
Sloan Roberts back to punt. He's inside his own end zone. As Charlestown, a couple of key penalties on that drive. The end result is 3 and out.
You're going to get a great return right here. Kicks it to him.
And Sloan Roberts, a really high kick, and Williams watches it fall right of his mitts. It's loose at the 30, and Silver Creek able to recapture it. Jaden Williams back at the 28-yard line.
Gave up about 30 yards of field position there, okay, with that fumble muff punt. You know, at least they kept punt return, but at least that they kept possession.
So Williams touched it at the 42, and it was finally gobbled up back at the 28. So it was about 30 yards.
Great part, you got the ball, your offense is rolling, so if you can go back to the same recipe.
Here's the handoff on the fake pass, and good defense by the Charlestown front.
Yeah, that's a great job. Good push by the interior front of Charlestown, man, to really end up knocking them back. 2-yard loss. We got an injured player. I think we got a cramp, actually, so glad it's not a.
Take a quick timeout. Be right back after this. Silver Creek and Charlestown on Glycod.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packie Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Charlestown on top of Silver Creek 33-20. It's Jackson Miller that's being aided off the field. He's got a sack and a pressure tonight.
You get that first game and trying to get in football shape and get a few cramps start happening here in the second half, I would imagine.
So you've got 2nd and long for Silver Creek after the botched punt return. And they were staring at a really nice field position, and now they're back just shy of their 25-yard line.
Yeah, they're probably going to pull this little, they're going to fake the run, a little play action right here and probably throw backside again, I would surely imagine.
Holtman, the intended target, and it's incomplete. Nice coverage out there on the boundary, and is there a flag? Didn't see one.
Don't see anything. So really pretty much the same play that Charlestown scored right before the half, on the fake screen, get a wheel route off of it, but Charlestown didn't bite on it. Had the safety sitting deep with it, okay. Probably could have shot the ball in there to him, but great job by Charlestown's defense of covering up on that fake screen.
There's Tavis Ford out there. So now 3rd down and long.
What is... Okay, maybe
we got a penalty?
I'm not sure.
There is an infraction on Charlestown.
Okay. There goes a first down.
So 2nd and 9 with the 15 yards becomes a first down.
I'm not sure if they call roughing the passer. I didn't see anything else, whatever, man, that would have been obvious.
Here's Oltman on the jet sweep. Oltman trying to bounce it outside, and he'll squirt just shy of the 45. There is a flag, a visible flag behind the play.
Dave's doing a great job as Elliott, though, the tailback doing a great job getting out in front of that jet sweep and being able to block and letting him pick his inside or outside hole that he's going to pick once he gets outside the hash. But doing a great job getting out there. Obviously, it's going to come back, but he was definitely doing his job on that play and has the entire night.
This will be a 10-yard mark off. So Silver Creek loses 10 of the 15 yards they gained on the preceding play.
Starting to get a little more laundry, a few more people getting tired. Maybe a few more penalties here or there.
First down and 18. Not sure you had that on your bingo card. 4:38 left. Black fields a high snap. Zings it across the middle and incomplete.
Did a great job right there, man, by Charlestown, covering that. So Braxton Black, their right corner on that play did a great job cutting off that skinny post, and there's really nowhere to put that, inside for Black. So tough job with her, man, with the great coverage.
Second down and 18. Rolling right, got another flag. There's Black traipsing to the near sideline. A clever run. We got 2 penalties, one of which was tossed very late.
I don't know if it's holding and then a personal foul, but I don't know if it was extracurricular activity after that, but definitely got 2.
Darren Williams, the official, and you're right, he's been busy here in this second half.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's really heated up here recently. But thing is, if it is holding, he's got a clean rollout lane too. So even the backside lineman, there's really no need, to do that. But easier said than done up here in the booth. Big boys start getting tired and tough job moving their feet, so easier to grab.
So the officials trying to get everything sorted out here in terms of yardage.
Yeah, the pace and momentum of this game has really come to a yellow screeching halt.
And a personal foul on Silver Creek, one of 2 penalties.
Yeah.
So now they're going the wrong way again. After they held Charlestown on 3rd down, they forced them to punt from inside their end zone. Jaden Williams botched the punt return, And now you've got a couple of penalties, and Silver Creek's back at their 20.
And they've even gone 6 or 7 yards back from where they took over, so it is a long way to that front chain.
And it's even further to the one that matters. It's 33 yards.
Even more so. Yeah.
Second down and long. And the referee still not ready to start play as he's going to tuck that hanky back in his drawers. Got 3 to the near side here for Black to select from. And he's going to opt for his money man, Altman. Nice catch, and Altman
rallying to the
good
ball.
Good defense. They sure are as Charlestown.
They swarmed. They definitely had 6 guys at the ball right there. So, you know, kind of winding down in this third quarter, second half. In the third quarter, they're rallying really well, Charlestown's defenders.
Give him a yard.
Yeah.
3rd and 32.
Yeah,
Oh, they're going to give him 5 yards. Excuse me.
And this is definitely where your corners play off.
Under 4 minutes in this third. Black, great protection. He's going to heave it down the far sideline and incomplete. He tried to find the intended target out there was Elliott Lanehart.
Yeah, and they run that wheel route again, and you know, throwing to the left. He wasn't rolling out, but throwing to his left, you know, and that ball just got away from him, you know, and stayed back inside. You know, if he shoots it out to the sidelines, it's an easy completion with the safety being that deep in the corner over the top.
Brady Anderson back to punt again.
Well, that's a missed opportunity from that last Charlestown punt on.
A lot of time left in this game.
Yep.
Still in the third. Anderson able to get this one away. A short punt, but it takes a favorable bounce and continues to trickle down inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line.
Got a little kick and roll off of that one. Thankfully, you know, it helped with the field position.
Be a 38-yard punt. And the Charlestown offense back on the field.
And what you hope is that they don't start, you know, hitting the gas pedal or, you know, really kind of gauging it, okay, and stay as open and balanced as they were, you know, in the first half. So not sitting on this.
From the 37-yard line. Addison Jones on the catch. Jones picking up a pair of blocks. There's a flag as Jones able to skirt out to the near sideline.
So I don't know if they called holding on Roberts, you know, late, but I mean that flag was thrown really late, but these wide receivers doing a good job blocking. Not sure if they got outside of the framework of the body. Yep, and that's exactly what they called holding.
So that's going to nullify a first down advancement.
You get huge gains on those screens, you know, and then just like the offensive linemen for Silver Creek are getting called for holding, and now you get your wide receivers getting a little tired and your arms start getting outside of the body and starts getting a little bit unclean.
From the 32. There's Robert Barker, and Barker on the tote. We'll take it for a couple across the 34 to the 35.
A little safe first down call. Clock continues to roll through the third quarter, but you know, decent little run, only 3 yards. Good pursuit by the linebackers in there for Silver Creek of getting over the top.
Pass on the short side. There's Noah Phillips. They've had success with that play, and Phillips a favorable gain, about 3 yards short of a first down.
Another good decision, man, pulling that ball out of there by Christian Gratian, okay, and flipping it out there to that quick screen. You know, had hard blitz inside. You know, linebackers are bringing it, which leaves those guys outside alone.
Third down and short. And a first down is Charlestown all the way down the sideline. And a touchdown again for Robert Barker.
Boy, Barker's feet, man, his feet were hitting the ground, man, looked like Roadrunner. You know, running so fast, so man, that is a great run, hitting the sideline and continuing that and to pick up speed. And I don't think anybody laid a glove on him, if I'm not mistaken.
Barker, his second touchdown, the first one from 19, this one from near 50. And Charlestown adding 6 points to their lead.
Same play called, 2 plays in a row, letting him go to work.
Caleb Aaron on for the point after, got a flag thrown up in the stratosphere. Extra point is good.
Let's see what they called. He is barely getting it over those offensive linemen's helmets.
Looks like some of your drives, real low. Pun intended, I guess, right?
Worm burners. Yeah, I'd take that with my golf game. I'd probably take that. I'd be fine with it, but
still waiting to see whom the guilty party is. It appears to be Charlestown. So I'm going to try it again.
See if we can get some lift.
This one a little bit higher. It sure is. Aaron able to punch it through. So Charlestown
nice kick.
Doubling up Silver Creek 40 to 20. We'll step aside. More coverage coming up right after this on Glycod.
Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com. You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Charlestown on top of Silver Creek with 2:19 in this third quarter. Still plenty of time left in this game. This third quarter has dragged on for a while.
Yeah, if you can get these high school kids from Silver Creek not to look at the scoreboard and just look at the time that's left, you know, they've shown that they can go down and score pretty quickly, you know, as they did a few drives ago. So, you know, definitely a lot of plays still to be made by Silver Creek.
A hooking kick as Silver Creek out at the 5-yard line. That's 25. Just shy of the 30. They've had some success in the return game with Elliott Lanehart.
Montev Phillips made the tackle on that one. You know, stuck his arm out there, but he's making special teams plays as well for Charlestown. So let's see if Charlestown pours it on here. You know, keeps the momentum and the energy going, okay, or if Silver Creek can snatch a little momentum for themselves.
Try to check in a bit with Casey Huff in between quarters. She's got some good material. Hope to get some comments from her. Hope to rectify the microphone issue. And you get the sense this is a very important drive. We got a flag before it can even commence.
A little delay of game. Yeah, it's not what you want to see. Whatever coming out, you're down. You're doubled up, man, down 20 or whatever, and you get that coming out, okay, on offense. Trying to figure out which personnel should be and shouldn't be in the game.
So back to first down at 15. As the Dragons down 3 touchdowns. They've had it within 13. They were down 26-13 in Charlestown.
Yep.
has grown that by 7. Back to throw is Black. Great throw and a little bit underthrown and incomplete. He had a pair of receivers there, Jaden Williams amongst them. And Tavis Ford, the Charlestown cornerback, injured in that play.
Yeah, you get a post-wheel combination right here, okay, and they kind of ran both routes together. You know, you also had the backside receiver running a dig route as his underneath outlet, but you kind of had two guys in the same area, which is bringing defensive players there as well, so you end up throwing into double coverage. Okay, it's kind of tough for her, man, at that point, but see what they can come up with. Okay, got second and 15.
It's good to see Ford able to get off under his own power. Deontay Gazaway has had some success in this Silver Creek passing attack. Gazaway, 72-yard touchdown reception earlier, and you get the sense he's almost a mismatch when he touches the ball.
I would definitely be working him a lot more.
Handoff inside, trying to set something up, you would think, on the next play.
Yeah, third and should be about 13. I mean, you got Gasaway backside. He just came back into the game last play, so, you know, hopefully they'll call his number. They try to get half of this at least on this down, but
Black back to throw, and he'll nudge some yardage across the 27-yard line, well short of a first down.
And so here's the thing with a quarterback's timing also. So the snap's coming to him, and he's already leaning out of there before he even catches the ball. He's taking a 3-step drop, so he's hitting his third step well before the receiver even gets to his depth. So Gazaway is even coming out. He's open, but he's so early, okay, with his drop that he panics or whatever, so pulls it down and takes off because he actually had time to make that throw on that third down play. Just the timing of the passing game is so crucial, man, when you're especially with the straight drop back game.
Anderson punting, and it's a high kick. Oh my, retreating back across the 25 is Addison Jones, and Jones to the near side, and a clever return as he'll angle out across the 40.
That is a long way to run for him, man, for about, would he pick up about 15, from where he caught it. So that was an excellent return. Good speed getting outside of the first defender coming down, but great speed right there, and then still being able to get upfield.
For Charlestown, just trying to string some positive plays together, get some first downs on the ground, get this clock moving.
And I tell you, in that punt return too, I mean, you get those yardage, and look where it sets your offense up at the 40, also, and you're up, 20 points. So many positives, just with that.
3 receivers out to the far side. There's a pass out in the flat. This ball caught across the 35, and a first down for Charlestown. Sloan Roberts on the catch and go.
See, the only answer defensively for that is tackling. I mean, obviously, conditioning and being able to make those tackles out in space like that, because they've jammed people down in the box, making sure you're going to take care of the run as we end this quarter. But if you can't make the tackles out there and you're just letting those guys run, that's really tough.
First down, Pirates, 40-20 after 3. Charlestown on time. More coverage coming up from Sellersburg after this timeout on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Back to Silver Creek High School. Charlestown trying to open their 2025 season with a win, and Aaron Daniels' debut. Rolling left is Christian Grayson will tuck it and pick up a couple of yards.
Yeah, pulled it out on a run-pass option. Yeah, and vacate, trying to hit the tight end or whatever, man, coming right down the seam, whatever, but linebackers underneath him, so couldn't see him clean enough, so pulled it down, tried to slide out, could have dumped it outside to his outlet, but I don't blame him, holding on to it and just playing for second down.
One of the key facts in this game is this Charlestown offensive line. We told you about 4 sophomores starting, and they have been magnificent tonight. It's a catch out just short of a first down.
Shoot, even watching the big boys up front, really carrying out those runs, whether he's going to pull it out or whether he's going to throw it or give it. They've continued to press the line of scrimmage, on Silver Creek side the entire night.
So third down and short here, under 11 minutes in this fourth. It's Tyson Cox, and Tyson Cox, his first carry is going to go in, but a flag. Is there a penalty behind the play?
Yeah.
So Tyson Cox, a burst out of the backfield. And this one going to come back and be whistled on the Pirates.
Yeah, they've just stuck with that inside-outside zone that they're working, letting their big boys handle it. So that's perimeter blocking that you get to hold on. So, that's the tough part of that, especially when your big boys are handling things inside. But, get your hands outside. We've seen a few more holding penalties this second half.
So is that going to stand for a Charlestown touchdown? No, they're going to mark it inside the 1. So first down and goal. So Cox will not get his first high school touchdown, taken down inside the 1. There's Cox again on the carry, and Cox, the second effort, will net 6 more for the Pirates.
Boy, you're just really seeing a different gear from Charlestown here, man, trying to finish these drives, finish these runs, finish these blocks, and the runs even after your ball's handed off or they hit second level, just a different gear. Tell you what, Silver Creek not tackling real well and obviously not running the ball and finishing it quite as well, and the scoreboard shows it at this point.
A dominant performance tonight by Charlestown. This one low, but through for Aaron. And the Pirates pouring it on. They lead Charlestown over Silver Creek in the Battle of 403. More coverage after this from Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Now, what do you do now if you're Silver Creek on the near sideline?
You know, right now, man, we're trying to get together, put positive plays together, okay, with this kind of lead. I mean, we're trying to work on our offense and just making sure that we stay positive, you know, with getting positive yards. You know, don't put our guys into crazy situations where we're slinging the ball downfield and getting out of our strengths, you know, because you got to definitely build on some positives, you know, for next week, you know, and as the season. You know, one game does not mean anything as far as the longevity of this. But the other thing I was thinking about, too, is the road team, once again, you know, is on top of this contest.
Yeah, the road team has won the last two, and well, certainly bigger games this year. Not only is this an important rivalry, however, it's also a Mid-South Conference game. So you've got a lot bearing in Charlestown. What a great way to start their season, and a new era with Coach Aaron Daniels succeeding Jason Hawkins. Jason, a 10-year trek in stint 2 for the Pirates, coming to an end last season. And at last look, his Clarksville debut looked like they were doing okay. They were trailing Pike Central by 6. That was in the first half.
Nice return there. Hey, boy, we got another. Oh. And Ottman cramping up a little bit too, but sure he'll get some water and be right back out there. So, yeah, like I said, if I'm Silver Creek, I'm going to continue to run my offense that I've been the entire game, try to get these positives. You know, if they're going to play back 2 safeties, we're going to continue to get our run game going and see if we can string together some first downs with some positives.
Black in a shotgun. And the Dragons going to have to put it in the air here with just over 10 minutes left. And Jackson Miller again with a sack.
Yep.
He has had an incredible night, couple of sacks, a pressure.
Yeah, I mean, they're faking the run. You know, it's 1st and 10. Linebackers are really outside of the box and deep, and so are, you know, you got 4 defensive backs back there, so they're covering down the routes pretty good, you know, and just making sure they keep everything in front of them. So having to keep that on that play is not a bad decision.
Got trips to the near side and another high snap. Back to Black. Black slinging it, and he's got Lanehart. And Lanehart, a great catch as he'll adjust in the air and pick it up for a first down.
Oh, they come back to the curl wheel combination. Left corner was deep enough and stayed deep enough, but because he had so much time, you know, dropping back, gave him plenty of time, so he jumped up on the curl. So that ball was up in the air, okay, and ran right up underneath it, okay. So good read by Black.
Lanehart, 41-yard reception. And Silver Creek at the Charlestown 28-yard line is Black rolling to the right, and he's going to sling it to the stick. First down. Nice comeback for Cooper Abel that's had a very strong game tonight.
Yeah, that's a great job by Black. You know, with Abel being outside, he's going to look inside for the little out route by his 3rd receiver, tightest guy to him, and then came off of it with him being not open. So great decision.
Take a look. The end result is Abel cognitive enough to know where that stick was. You're down 4 touchdowns with 9 minutes left, but Silver Creek, some positive momentum accumulating on this drive inside the Pirates' red zone. Black rolling left, going to tuck it to the meat of the field and lunge. Did he get out of bounds? No, he did not.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, but a great decision by the play caller for Silver Creek. I mean, they're on the right hash and obviously going to pass, but don't roll him out. You know, they drop him back, let him make a decision. So guys weren't open, so he's able to tuck it down and go get a few.
He's done a good job tonight making decisions.
He has. He's managed it well. You know, he hasn't put the ball necessarily in any harm's way. You know, might have missed a couple of throws, you know, rolling to the left, but he really has made good decisions.
Pickup of 6 with just north of 8 minutes as Black Rolling left, slings it in the end zone, and on the bobble, Lane Hart, touchdown.
There's a flag on the play. Might be coming back.
Oh, no. Let's take a look. That was a wonderful effort nonetheless by Lane Hart.
Black throwing up, let him make a play. We definitely got holding on the play, so it's coming back. Well, that's a shot right to the heart there, especially when you're down by 27. Ouch.
So back at the 20, they'll place it with still 8:06 to go.
Oh, goodness.
Black rolling again. Oh, my. Threw it across his body, and that might do it. Intercepted. Charlestown with their first takeaway tonight. And the interception right in the belly of the Pirates' Caleb Aaron.
And, had his eyes outside. They were covered up, with the routes. Had a corner route pushing left, and then his eyes went back inside. Still rolling out to the left. Try to get his shoulders around, but never, because his shoulders don't come around all the way, he never sees the linebacker scraping.
Braden Lasso.
Okay. Route could have bounced outside to help him out a little bit instead of just standing there. But, it's been a tough night, man, rolling to the left for the Silver Creek team.
So Braden Lasso with the interception, both teams with the turnover. And Charlestown now trying to salt this one away.
Yeah.
Oh, my, and there's Cox.
Trying to get the
Charlestown, a rush just shy of the 40.
Big run, keeping the clock going.
Take a look at Charlestown's upcoming schedule. They got a big one at home next week against Brownstown Central that is just a tradition-rich power. Followed by Madison, North Harrison, and then an interesting matchup looming the end of the month of September versus Providence.
Providence got it rolling.
They sure do. There's Cox rolling to the left.
And we're getting Ricky White in the game, backup quarterback for Charlestown, so getting him a little bit of burn.
Great game tonight by junior quarterback Christian Grayson.
I tell you what, just managing the entire game, the way they work their run pass option, the decisions he has to make, from the screen game to the short game, and even when they press, of just tossing it up too. I mean, he done a good job.
Two receivers to the far side. There's a flag before the play can develop.
Yeah, it definitely helps, man, getting some, screens or long screens for a touchdown, or long runs, from your running back, as well too. So that definitely helps you when you just got to pitch it out there, and they take it 60 and 70. But great job managing this game.
Second down at 17 as we near the 6-minute mark. There's Cox, Tyson Cox, twirling his way, and this Pirate running game, A.J. Todd gets the start, but Robert Barker, a pair of touchdown rushes, and then you go 3 deep and bring in Tyson Cox, and he's shown a nice burst.
Tell you what, he has. I mean, once they get it, their legs do not stop. They're spinning, continuing those legs moving, okay, getting every extra yard they can and making them tackle.
The third down and long third down and about 11 with 6:01 on the clock. White gets the grab, hands to Cox, and Cox take a couple.
A little run up the gut, just trying to run the clock and not do anything too crazy or out of character, being up 27 points.
Silver Creek on the road for 3 of their next 4, including Floyd Central on the 5th. So Dave Pappenhaus club always so consistent, and you certainly get the sense they're going to be heard from at some point this year. But on the defensive end, they appear to have a few deficiencies at this point.
Yeah, I mean the tackling, and then as you start to get more tired, it continued to get a little bit worse. But up front, I mean their front 4, being able to handle the run game and being able to push the line of scrimmage a little bit and be able to get off blocks. I mean, because that group of offensive linemen for Charlestown, I mean, they did a really good job cutting off, using their hands and then really working the lanes, to help those running backs.
Take a quick timeout. More coverage coming up after this. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Motor vehicle safety is important for everyone, especially young children. Having the proper child restraint systems in place, particularly for children under 4 or weighing less than 40 pounds, will keep a child safe and comfortable when traveling in the car. The Clark County Health Department provides free inspections to ensure proper installation of any car seat. To make an appointment, phone 812-282-7521. A message from the Clark County Health Department funded by Health First Indiana. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
And a punt as we welcome you back with 5:14 to play.
Charlestown got a good kick and roll off of that, man, to kind of put them down inside the 20, so that'll help, and we'll see what Silver Creek can muster on offense as they come out with the last 5 minutes.
Well, for Coach Daniel, certainly a lot to build on from this performance, and I think certainly probably have internally maybe exceeded some expectations with what they've done tonight.
I think just kind of building off of that offense. I mean, even from the defensive side of the ball, I mean, setting themselves up, really well, obviously by the score, but, controlling the ball, with that short passing game. Obviously the running game, really came to play. So, that really has given them some big time things to work to work into the next week on.
And Black will hand it off inside.
Definitely stop for a loss there, man, and pushing them back 3 or 4 yards.
Huge thank you to Brandon Hoffman, Athletic Director of Silver Creek, for having us here this evening. A real privilege to stream from this wonderful venue.
Yeah, beautiful field, great facilities out here at Silver Creek.
All across Southern Indiana, they take a backseat to no one. Back to throw is Black, and Cam Black trying to set something up. And he'll tuck it and angle out very close to a first down. Now there's a first down. We got the late Hankey.
Yeah. Good job. It's not open downfield. I mean, they're covering down. They're dropping 7, and they're pretty deep, So good job for him just sliding out and trying to create something for his offense and getting what he can. Not making bad decisions. Obviously, he had the interception earlier on the last drive and everything, but good job with a good decision there. Just tucking it and getting what you can.
When you talk about positives for Silver Creek, he's certainly going to headline the list. They got some positives in the passing game. Cooper Abel's been exceptional tonight. Deontay Gasaway, touchdown rush. Maybe not enough on the ground, though, for them this evening.
We look even defensively, your defensive front, your offensive front, I mean, that's where it's got to start.
First down at 10. Back to throw. There's Drake Altman, and could not hang on.
And I've got to give credit where it's due. So, I mean, You get Black rolling out to the left, did a great job coming around and hit that wheel route on stride right there, but right through his hands. That's unfortunate because that was a great throw. It was a great route too. You know, good read by the quarterback. Had time on his rollout as well, so.
4:14 on the clock. Black gonna flip it forward. Be the first catch of the evening for Silver Creek's Gideon Harris, and Harris bulldozing his way in for a touchdown.
Great job on the bootleg. You know, good fake, gets out there. Flat route's open right now, giving it to him early, and that is just a great catch and run right there by that young man.
Harris, his first reception from the tight end position. And Cam Black, his third touchdown reception of the evening. So 3:56 left as Harris, as you see, will take it in for 6.
Yeah,
and
he weaved his way through a good 6 or 7 defenders on that one. Good for him.
And Silver Creek going to rush on a 10th. So you're down 21. You're certainly going to take the point here. Brady Anderson's kick is up and through.
Yeah.
Nice positive there for the Dragons.
It is, and that's what you're looking at. I mean, your quarterback did a good job, man, in correcting some things, in the passing game, especially on the move. Guys made some plays, running through tackles. And your guys up front protected for the most part. And it really started with him, pulling down that first down play, and not just throwing into coverage, just to throw it up, just to try to make something happen. So great job by Black.
After Silver Creek, onside kick.
I wouldn't put it past them. And, if I'm trying to go get this thing 4 minutes, why not try it?
You do have 3 timeouts remaining. But down 3 scores with under 4 minutes, that is a tall order.
Very, very tall order. Just keep thinking back to the fumble punt. You lost 30, you get 30 yards back there, and you kind of in the driver's seat a little bit right there. Have a chance to do it, and then that drive goes nowhere even after the muff punt. It's a shame. Not that it comes down to one play always, but definitely a momentum turner.
And Charlestown able to scarf up that kick. And be Devon Lockhart to bring it across. Great crowd tonight here in Sellersburg for the Battle of 403. Charlestown winning 9 of the previous 14 matchups. And well on their way to a tremendous win to start the season.
Yeah, they can hold on and just let this clock run and try to get a first down or 2.
We talked about the Charlestown rushing attack very early this evening. Again, they're without for the season. Returning running back Boomer Hester has been dealing with some concussion issues over the last period of time, so he's not going to play this year. Without him, they're going to lose nearly 1,000 rush yards. In their running game, I think certainly questionable, but boy, they've delivered tonight.
They really did. They had two running backs, whatever, that continue to stick their head in there and run hard. I was just, I was really impressed by, not only how they hit the hole, but, how they work downfield and stuff too, especially with, the experience factor as well. They didn't run tentative, didn't run scared. Took what the defense gave them and, made extra when they could.
There's Cox. Cox on the carry, and Cox sliding across the 30, perhaps short of a first down.
It's a good run right there because they got penetration right away, and he was able to get outside and pick up a big gain. Keeps the clock running.
Oh, they're going to give him a first down. Yeah. So Cox, Tyson Cox, netting a first down.
Yeah.
And Charlestown certainly in no hurry as they're going to allow the entirety of the play clock to elapse.
Inside 5 and go ahead.
White back to throw, and that's going to stop the clock on an incompletion.
I guess they want to let him get on the stat sheet.
This is a Charlestown defense last year. My, oh my, gave up some 37 points per game.
Yeah.
They were minus 13 on turnovers, and tonight they've lost one, but they've gained one. So good start for them.
Yeah, and I mean, giving up 27, really 20 by your starters when you really think about it, but definitely, I mean, and it, they kind of complement each other with the offensive, defensive side of the ball, kind of how they handled it. So it, they definitely did. I mean, they shut down that running game from Silver Creek early and made things a little more tough, when they had to throw the ball.
Coming up at the conclusion, we'll have the Allstate Insurance Packy Page Most Outstanding Player. We'll take a look at next week's schedule as well, as it's 3rd down and long for Charlestown, trying to salt this one away. They have led throughout. Tyson Cox getting some work late in this game. Couple more plays in this game.
It's good to get these backups, at least get them in the game. It's early in the season, first game, you're able to get in and get a little bit of time. You never know when you're going to have to use those guys, or injuries happen or things of that nature. So it's good for these guys to kind of knock the rust off, get some game time.
And Charlestown going to call timeout with just 1 second on the play clock. We get one more 30-second break in while we can. More coverage right after this timeout on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Charlestown putting the finishing touches on an impressive Week 1 win. 4th down and 5 coming up. We'll update the score ticker at the conclusion of this game. We will tell you that Providence getting off to a great start. They defeat New Albany 49-14. That game still ongoing, at least coverage still ongoing on Glycod, as Charlestown will punt this one away. And that's going to trickle down near the 10-yard line.
Stopped, and then we get down to the 40-second mark.
So 1st down and 10 coming up for Silver Creek. 39 seconds remaining.
Yeah, so finish this thing with a positive play for these guys.
Let's see if Cam Black is still out there, and he is. And there's, Lanehart. He's had some success, and Lanehart a burst, and he's going to play through the whistle.
Yes, he is.
And Alan Lanehart just shy of the 45, Elliot Lanehart just shy of the 45.
Pick up about 28, 27, somewhere around there. Yeah, good for them, whatever on that. I mean, inside 30 seconds, playing to the whistle, positive plays. It all adds up, okay, man, when you're trying to get better, especially moving into the second week.
29 seconds left. Oh, my, that's going to be right through Black, and Black able to capture that. He has dealt with some snap issues many times this evening.
Yeah, he started off the game, juggling a couple right away, but, made up for it then. But this one right here, he had to get on top of it, and that looks like that'll do it.
Crowd starting to head to the exits as Charlestown going to walk into Hunter Station Stadium with an impressive 47-27 win. Two great programs to meet at the 50-yard line, and tonight Charlestown wins in the coaching debut of Aaron Daniel. We'll step aside. More coverage, our post-game report, coming up right after this pause from Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You wouldn't notice or smell radon, yet this dangerous gas is the #1 cause of cancer among non-smokers. 1 in 3 Indiana homes tested show radon above safe levels, and those levels tend to spike during the winter when closed windows prevent heat and radon from escaping. If you live in Floyd County, you can get a free radon test kit while supplies last from the Floyd County Health Department. For more information, contact them at 812-948-4726. A message from the Floyd County Health Department.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by German American Bank, home of the School Spirit Check Card, and sponsor of tonight's final numbers. Visit any of their branches or bank online at GermanAmerican.com.
Back live at Silver Creek High School. Charlestown a winner tonight, 47-27 over Silver Creek. What was most impressive tonight for you?
Charlestown's offense. I mean, I just think the decisions that were made, the way they handled that, inside, outside, with their RPOs, their running game, I just think that was the most impressive thing, and it was the most dominant thing, of the night.
This is a Silver Creek team I think many people felt might be the favorite coming into this game on their home field. But, boy, they were dealt a couple of quick punches. Charlestown gets out to that 2-score lead, and that was really the working margin for the evening.
And then I think they shut down their power running game. I think that's where Silver Creek really wanted to hang their hat, power running game, and then pull it out of there and throw it the gas away or, and go in that direction. And they kind of shut that down right away.
So Charlestown starts the Aaron Daniel regime, if you will, with a 20-point win in the Battle of 403. Stay close. We'll have the most outstanding players presented by Allstate insurance agent Packy Page. That coming up next on Glycod.
Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program continues to make a difference in development and school readiness with children from birth to age 5. As a proud community partner, Cassie is more than childcare because they also help families seek success, combat hunger, and afford housing. Visit 201 East 15th Street in Jeff or check out their array of programs at cassie1.org. Community Action of Southern Indiana and Head Start. Helping people, changing lives.
State Farm helps make renters insurance simple. Our agents are dedicated to understanding your needs to help you choose the right coverage.
Call State Farm agent Teresa Lamb in New Albany today.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's two sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
Whether you're a new or long-time patient, you know that when you call Dr. Todd Carter, you'll be treated like family. For over 25 years, Dr. Carter's been providing quality dentistry for patients throughout Southern Indiana, from regular dental exams and cleaning to restorative and cosmetic procedures. Let their dedicated and established team take care of your family today. Call Dr. Todd Carter at 812-944-5155 or visit drtoddcarter.com.
Drug use in adolescence or early adulthood can have a serious impact on a teen's life. Teenagers who use marijuana are more likely to have lower grades, even drop out of school. They may also suffer from impaired driving, higher levels of anxiety, and depression. We all want to see the youth in our community succeed. Regardless of your stance on marijuana, we can all agree that it's not right for teens. Paid for by Drug Free Communities and Our Place.
At German American Bank, our communities matter. You can support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. With each purchase you make, we will donate 2 cents to your participating school of choice. Filling up your tank, buying groceries? Simply use your check card to show your support. Stop in your local German American Bank office, open a checking account, and request your free School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for a list of participating schools. German American Bank, member FDIC.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod.
Time now for your most outstanding player, presented by Allstate insurance agent Packy Page. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Packy at 812-202-7221. He puts you in good hands. And speaking of good hands, both these guys tonight very distinguished, and the freshman, Robert Barker for Charlestown.
Hard runner, did a great job, picking his holes. Good. Started the game, right away, just him and that offensive line, just going to work, but it really neutralized the entire game.
Got Barker 2 touchdowns, and then Christian Grayson, man, oh man, he was really impressive at times this evening.
Yeah, you got to have somebody that's going to manage everything, we could get fancy and throw the ball down the field, 40 times and all that good stuff. But, to be able to pull it out when they've got too many in the box, to be able to hand it off when they don't, and allow that running game and those screens and some of the short passing game that he handled, man. Great decisions all night by that kid.
Got Noah Phillips, 50-yard receiving touchdown, 64-yard receiving touchdown. A.J. Todd, 24-yard touchdown rush. Just a very prolific Charlestown offense tonight. And for Silver Creek, we could have gone a couple of directions as well, but I think Cooper Abel made some big plays for them.
Yeah, I mean, this fade, down here on the end zone on our right side over here, that was a great catch, on a 50-50 ball. That really set it up. I mean, got hurt on the play, came back, kept going, so definitely deserving.
Talk about their quarterback for a moment. What did you see from Cam Black tonight?
I saw a kid that kept sticking, kept making, made some mistakes, but, definitely came back and corrected them, got the ball out of his hands when necessary. Took a couple of sacks, later in the game. But, definitely what I saw was a kid that got better as the night went on, especially in the quick passing game and the decisions that he made. I mean, he had the one interception on the bootleg, which you never saw the linebacker scraping underneath it. The receiver could have helped him out a little bit. But definitely saw a kid get better, even with some of the mistakes that he made. So he'll be able to build on that going into next week.
Coming up next week, a great week 2 tilt presented by HKC Roofing. HKC Roofing, proud to support high school athletics on Glycod, and they are better than guaranteed. We've got 6 matchups across the platform, some big ones in Kentuckiana. Holy Cross and Providence, underscore that one, should be something else. Male Ballard, Douglas, Trinity, North Oldham, Eastern amongst 6 games on Glycod next week. So that'll do it for us, Marty. Always a pleasure.
Good time. It was a great night.
Sure
Good
was.
Football.
Charlestown a winner. Congrats to them. Silver Creek, such pride with that program, and they certainly will have big aspirations this season. So that'll do it for us. Thanks to our great crew, Joe O'Million and Addie Burton on camera, Casey Huff on sideline, Steve Bird, our producer. For Marty Lowe, I'm Chris LeBar. Good night from Sellersburg. You've been watching Southern Indiana High School football on Glycod.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When young people need a place to go and someone to help, there's always a safe place nearby. Clark County Youth Shelter and Family Services, a local nonprofit organization, designates businesses and organizations throughout Clark and Floyd counties as safe places, which offer immediate help and safety to area youth who are experiencing crises. For more information on these safe places and a list of locations, visit ccysfs.org. This is a message from the Clark County Youth Shelter.
This is what excellence in construction looks like. It's a startup company that launched in 1980 under the leadership of a husband and wife team who had a vision for growing something great, the American dream. It's 2 sons who have worked hard and earned the opportunity to carry on the legacy from the ground up. It's nearly 300 employees with common culture and commitment to construction. Some of the region's most visible and ambitious projects with the same heart, passion, and drive. It's our experience, our innovation, our reputation, and core values that set us apart. Mack Construction. This is what excellence looks like.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on home insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the neighbors first before buying a house.
What?
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Contact Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page for a quote today.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School Football on Glycod. From Glycod, this has been Southern Indiana High School Football, presented by Red Ball Recycling, Southern Indiana's premier recycling solution. Tonight's game was brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. Mac Construction. Experience, reputation, solutions. Our place, where change is possible together. Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable since 1952. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. Community Action of Southern Indiana's Head Start program, helping people, changing lives. And by German American Bank, Northside Security, Call's Body Shop, and the City of New Albany.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.